What up, everybody? I'm gonna kind of wait and see if anyone pops in, but I've got this snack I really want to try. So I've got like honey peanut butter, dates, and dark chocolate with sea salt, and I'm like, ooh, I want to eat it now. I can't wait though, but I'm a little tempted to just start eating on camera. Okay. So 3 piles. Tarot Sexual Magic. Pick a card. Okay, we'll start there. First pile, okay, is the Sunstone. Is Beauty. Pile 1. Pile 2 is Red Jasper. Okay. Pile 3 is the Carnelian. Actually channeling like an orange baby dragon of that one. Isn't that just the cutest? Okay, so you again. 1 is Sunstone, 2 is Red Jasper, 3 is Carnelian, 1 Sunstone with all the copper in there, the glittery copper. Oh, maybe I should be prepared with the deck. Here's pile 1. I need to hear right now on this deck. Overcoming the fear of hesitation. Obstacles overcome. Overcoming obstacles. Either you or your person. If you feel like your person's the one who's been hesitant, they're overcoming the obstacles on their path to you with you in mind. Successfully. It's upright. That's what I'm feeling from this. Like this card says the need, the fear and hesitation needs to be overcome. Yeah, Ace of Cups on the bottom. I was like, I don't always get like, yes, it's happening, but I was. And then the underlying energy, Ace of Cups. A new emotional beginning, more self-love, less fear, more like brave heart energy. I don't know why. I just heard the movie Braveheart when I was saying that. Might apply for you or your person. Usually does. So bravery, more bravery of the heart, more emotional communication. This feels like for most, if not all of you, it's from your person. Yeah. Renewal, emotional renewal, self-love, self-care. This person's learning how to take better care of themselves. I'll just say this person, it might be you. If you're in a mirroring dynamic that's like soulmate or twin flame, you're likely both doing it. I feel like lust for life, zest for life is coming back with this person, with the mint. That's what I'm getting from this. I actually don't think it's mint in this card in the description, but I'm getting that. Like I can literally almost smell mint. So like as an invigorating energy. If you're not having fun in life, what are you doing, right? Am I right? Okay. You can have fun and be serious. I feel like that's a big lesson for your person too, is like you can have fun and be serious. Probably for you too, for those of you where mirroring applies. It's funny, I'm just channeling, but nothing's coming out, so we're just gonna keep going here. I feel like your next date or first date is going to be like fancy, because I keep getting drawn towards the dress, and yeah, I love the dress, but that's not it. Like, I feel like you got, like, they are going to approach you and be like, hey, I've got this really great date plan. Like, get dressed up and, like, surprise you with it and, like kind of take you off guard with it. Something that's stimulating, that reinvigorates the connection. Like, yeah. And then I just was called to look at the bottom, death and rebirth. I feel like you and your person have been going through, like, a death and rebirth process. And it's also like a death and rebirth to the relationship. Some of you are already in, a committed partnership. And this is just like your partner one day is going to be like, all right, time to get dressed up. Like, even if we're, you know, they may have just like set up like a beautiful romantic candlelit dinner at the house, like, you know, based on your situation in terms of the current societal circumstances, but still something great, you know, something to get dressed up for. That's really what I'm feeling here. Something that reinvigorates things, that spices things up, that stimulates things. This could be, I mean, if it's further down the line, like further, maybe a few months from now, it could actually be like an outing, you know, or depending on your situation, wherever you are in the world. Is this really all we're going to get? I mean, we're getting some good messages here. All right, here's some more that flipped. This person has struggled with jealousy, with trying to tell you how they felt, and like not being able to speak up. Like, I'm feeling like almost like a lump in the throat. Like I want to talk, but I can't. Like, and a lot of frustration with that too. Your person, for those of you who aren't in a relationship with them, they're not quite sure if they're ready for a relationship, or there's a possibility here, okay? But like, don't push it or rush it. And for those of you who are already in a committed romantic relationship who choose this pile, I feel like you've been wondering if it's over. Like, this is the energy of, is it over? And no, there's a renewal coming. Because it's Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And this is a collective reading. So, okay, Knave of Cups. You know, that's the vibe I was getting about like wanting to communicate, but being like, see, like, look at all these little like crumpled up letters, and the cat's like pawing at them. Sorry for of course, my pointing finger is the one that got fucked up. Sorry. You know, and then he just can't find the right words to say. And then this card also talks about like jealousy and being like worried that their person's going to find somebody else if they don't do something or communicate something. So I feel like this was actually a driving factor in like reconnecting. I'm also hearing recommunion. I don't even think that's a word. But like seeing the act of togetherness with you as like communion with the divine. So we just use that word. And I do that sometimes, and I kind of like that. So that's what's up. Because the Two of Cups, it's like, you know, I kind of feel like this is a bit of a dreamy energy here, like a possibility. We've got 2 twos. So if you've been seeing a lot of twos lately, this is just confirmation with this reading. Decisions, partnerships, movement forward, crossroads, etc. Like, I feel like some of you are at this crossroads in your relationship and you're like, is it over? No. They're going to surprise you with like a renewal. They're finally going to like overcome this, like, I don't know how to say it. Some of them, they're going to show it, even though they still can't quite say it. And they're not like living in this like obsessive, like, what if I lose them energy, which is like further creating problems in like the lack of communication, the lack of togetherness, you know, togetherness, Two of Cups. But yeah, I actually did hear Valentine's Day. So for some of you, actually probably a lot of you, it's probably Valentine's Day. I mean, I literally heard that. And the reason why, too, is with the image. I looked at the image of these strawberries, and then I heard Valentine's Day. For those of you, you know, based on what time of year you see this, if you see this like right after I post it, you know, then it's yes. Yeah, let's keep going. I feel like there's a little bit more here. Feel free to chat in, too, if you want. All right, Nine of Cups in reverse. Like, I'm hearing, like, I don't want to lose you. There is no one else but you. I'm hearing life can't go on without you. This is, like, from your person. Nine of Cups in reverse. Like you're my person. Like, if I don't have you, like, I'm losing the ultimate wish fulfillment. With the Five of Swords in reverse, they're like, I just don't want to fight. I'm worried that we're not going to see eye to eye if I try to communicate how I've been thinking and feeling. With the Five of Swords here being in reverse, what am I getting from this as the Nine of Cups in reverse? Like, if I don't speak up, if I don't do something, I know I might lose like everything. That's the vibe I'm getting here from your person. Definitely spicing things up, but it's more like for you, One, Goldstone, it's more about like your person, whoever they are going to surprise you. They are going to reinvigorate things, but it's more in the realm of like romance and finally at least showing you how they feel, if not also telling you how they feel, but it still kind of feels like they struggle with that a little bit. Can we get some sexy messages for One? I do like a totally nerdy and weird voice for like, let's get sexy. I like it. I amuse myself. Okay, let's get some sexy messages for one. I swear, like, Aquarius season is approaching, and I have to admit, I'm so done with Capricorn season, and I'm like, yeah, I'm already feeling that, like, weird, giggly Aquarius vibe. Okay, pile one sexy messages. Okay, here they are. That's a lot of sexy messages. Oh, get ready, pile one. If you stuck with me, you will be rewarded. Right. I feel like your person wants to experiment with tying you up. I'm hearing not sure if you'd be down for some of you who haven't already done this. They definitely want to like restrain you and just like kiss you all over your body and tell you how beautiful you are. Or at least show you how beautiful you are. Because for like a lot of you, your person has like communication. It's hard for them when like there's emotions on top of like the physical pleasurable aspect of it. Like it's just very overwhelming. Your person feels a lot for you, so it might just be like based on just like physical expression of like kissing you all over your body, but they definitely want to like tie you up and like kiss every part of your body, so that's amazing. I just heard Valentine's Day again, so that's cool. Again, collective reading, but you know, take what resonates. 5 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I'm hearing wanting to get the fire started, and now I'm hearing the doors. Come on, baby, light my fire. Like, legit. Like, the channels make sense, you know? Even if it's just a random thing that gets channeled. All right, because with the 5 of Wands in reverse, I feel like also some of you, if you have a partner, it's like you've been feeling the distance, and then when you are together, like, it tends towards, like, fighting or disagreements. And your person with the 5 of Swords and now the 5 of Wands in reverse is, like, just, like, let's just, like, get out of that. Like, let's just have that be done. Like, let's be done with that. I'm hearing translated to the bedroom, so don't go too low from that. Like, if you have any aggressions, like, your person would be down to explore that with you, like, in a sexy way. But mostly with the 5 of Wands in reverse, like, I'm not just gonna watch. Like, I'm gonna go get shit started, or I'm gonna relight that fire, and or you know what I mean? Like, whatever your situation. I also feel like you guys are really in for like a trip in terms of like exploring your sexuality with each other further in terms of the hangman, like seeing your partner in a whole new way, maybe seeing new parts of their body and them seeing new parts of your body that you've never seen before, or like for the first time. That's definitely a vibe I'm getting here. It's so funny. It's like, it was mostly like romance in the beginning and like a renewing, a rekindling, or like a fresh start. And then now like, there's like a lot of sexy messages. I love this. So we've got the Empress in reverse. Treat me like a play toy. Treat me like a thing. Treat me like a toy thing. I'm like hearing that. So your person like wants you to kind of like destroy them a little bit and like fuck with them a little bit like a toy. Treat me like a plaything. Huh? Because it's like I'm just like a little like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. These cards are so fun, aren't they? Okay, so the Empress, you know, she's in her power. Look at this. Look at this bitch. She's the baddest bitch, you know? In the 3D realm, she's the baddest bitch. And in reverse, they're like, yeah, treat me like you're the baddest bitch and I'm your fucking play toy. Like, they want you to do that. Like, they have kind of like this little bit, like a tiny bit of shame, like, and guilt, like, I should have spoken up sooner. I didn't know how to speak up. I didn't know how to show you sooner, like, etc. Like, there's a little bit of guilt and shame, and they kind of want to be punished for it, but like in a hot way. And if you feel like you need to, like, go for it, and they'll love it because they're gonna be into it. Okay, then we've got the Justice card in reverse. Like, don't be too nice. I just heard that was the one. Don't be too nice. I love it. It's like they want it to be like flowery and romantic in terms of like rekindling and like the date of it all. But then like when it gets to the sexuality, they're like, fuck me up. Because we've got Justice in reverse, and this is like, you know, Libra energy. It's like, it's nice. And they're like, no. And with the Empress in reverse, they're like, no. Fucking use your power and fuck me up. King of Pentacles in reverse. They actually want you to like say what you want and take the power. Like, that's definitely what I'm getting here. Like, I'm feeling like, because it's a Chase card and then it's a King and a Pentacle card. Like, tell them what you want, how you want to be touched. Like, dictate things. Like, If you haven't tried it before, they want you to. And if you have, they want you to do it again. And push yourself if you have to, you know? Because I think you could be pleasantly surprised by this. That's awesome. All right, that was pile 1. Okay. 2. 2 is red jasper. Okay, what messages are coming in for pile 2? Okay. Renewal, have faith, keep it pushing. Partners who suggest happy images, keep the love alive. Make sure that, like, no matter what your situation is, this being on the bottom, the sun, and that being the message of this card, that, like, you were continuing to suggest that you're into it, that you like them, that you love them. You know what I mean? Keeping things, like, passionate with the sun, being, like, a very creative energy, like a life force energy. Keeping the love alive, keeping the passion alive, or keeping, like, if it's something new with this person, like, keeping it fun and fiery and, you know, like, spicy and yeah. And I feel like this person needs reassurance. And I feel like you need it too. It definitely feels mutual. I mean, who doesn't? But, like, you know what I mean? That's exactly the underlying energy of the first spread here for you, pile 2. So it's, like, real important that you suggest happy images to each other to keep everything, like, fun and happy and alive. Okay, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Start of a new relationship. I'm hearing, like, you're ready. So that's confirmation for some of you. Really all of you. But don't push it before the time's right, which is what this card talks about, the Knight of Pentacles. When the time's right, the fruit will ripen, which is exactly the wording for this card. Like, you're ready and you're almost there, like, in terms of, like, what you want in a partner and for the timing to be right and for everything to line up in terms of the universe. And I'm hearing the universe has your back, okay? But the time's not quite right yet with the Magician in reverse. Like, don't force it. Don't rush the process. It's, like, really important for this pile. Basically, like, no matter what your situation is, pile 2, red jasper, continue to, like, keep your positivity alive and keep your vibe high and keep your self-love, self-care, like, high vibe, you. But also, like, suggest happy images to your partner. Like, let them know you're still down or you're still interested or you still love them, okay? Keep the vibe high. But don't push a timeline before it's ready. If you're with someone, this could be like a renewal of your relationship. It could be taking things to the next level in terms of the commitment, or, like, moving in together or getting engaged or, like, having a baby. You know what I mean? Like, the next level in terms of the material realm. But again, with both of these cards, like, being like, don't push things before the time's right. I actually think some of you are maybe trying to have a baby right now, and, like, trust the process and trust the timing of it all, because everything needs to line up. There's, like, more at play than you realize. You know, that tends to happen with our egos. Our egos, like, want something now or soon. And it's like, well, you have to consider, like, you know, you have to consider your finances. You have to consider the other person, their family, where you're at in terms of your soul's path. What are your lessons right now? Like, you know what I mean? A lot of stuff. A lot more I like to admit. So that's the first part of your spread, pile 2. Okay. Three of Cups. I think that it's, like, have fun and play. Don't be too serious, pile 2. Whether you have a partner or it's someone new or someone you're kind of interested in inquiring about on and off again, someone maybe just started dating, whatever your situation is, keep things fun. Keep it like a celebration, which really ties back into that Sun card. The Three of Cups, it's like parties, celebration, emotional sharing, but, like, I'm also hearing no oversharing, no over pushing it. You know what I mean? Like, although you're really excited, although you really want this, with the Moon in reverse, yeah. Don't force emotional truths to come out before they're ready to come up. That's what I'm feeling. And before the other people are ready. But I gotta admit, there's multiple couples here, And then I was already getting that Three of Cups, like multiple people vibe, even though there's only two people in the card. Like, I don't know. Either some of you, it's like, maybe reassess if you would like to try having fun with this for a while. Maybe talk about this with your partner. Find out if it's something that they want. Maybe it's something you've been wondering if it's something that they want. You know what I mean? Because you know, this is a collective reading. Let me just see what I'm picking up on here. But I do feel for some of you, it's like, stop dating a bunch of people and just focus on this one person, but also like allow things to unfold when the time's right. Okay? I feel like that pretty much covers it. Yeah, those two split messages. Figure out which one's yours. Yeah. Okay. We've got Justice in reverse and the Empress in reverse. Okay, so some of you are dealing with somebody who's dealt with like a lot of a toxic feminine energy. Like I'm not even like, it's just like I can feel like it's like possibly like mom, friends who were girls that they were fucking, girls that they were dating, like girls that were their teachers. Like, you know what I mean? Like this person, your person, or maybe you, or maybe both have dealt with a lot of toxic women with these coming out. It's funny, these came out for Pile 1, but very different message. So you and Pile 1 might have something in common. It might be like a best friend of yours they're reading, or it might be your person. So you might want to listen to it. What I'm getting for you, Pile 2, is like toxic femininity. Overpowering, manipulative, expecting too much, draining. And the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like your person is kind of used to over-sexualizing women because of this, and they're still working on healing this, but they've dealt with so many women like this that it's going to take a while. And with the Seven of Pentacles being here, it's like it's just a matter of like patience, as well as the message in this card talks about, now if I'm remembering correctly, let me just see, because I'm not 100% sure I'm remembering the words in the card correctly. Let me see if I have the book, and then I'll see if I can channel anything else. Huh. Okay. No. There we go. Yeah, okay, no, that was why I was getting the message of like over-sexualizing women. Like it's harder to open up, and things can't be pushed on like an emotional timeline because like the heart needs to open like when the heart's ready to open, and I feel like this is talking about your person. So, I also feel like you guys do have like a lot of like intense like sexual passion and chemistry, and just make sure it doesn't just become like too much about that, because I feel like then that kind of triggers the old cycle that your person is like slowly trying to break out of by like opening up to you more emotionally speaking. Okay, so that was like the more like emotional aspect of Pile 2. Now let's get like to the sexy part of Pile 2. Again, a lot. I like it. Okay, we got the Six of Swords in reverse as the bottom of the deck. You know what song now I'm channeling? It's that TikTok song. It's like, choke me like you hate me, da, 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 you know? So your person's like got darker urges than I feel like they're letting on, and they would like to play with that and like also kind of dress up in lingerie, makeup, etc. That's kind of more like on the like gothic side, and kind of play with that a little bit more if you haven't already. You guys both might already be in this vibe. And they love it, and they love playing with it in the bedroom. And they would like to have like darker music too, if you're not already doing that. Like that song. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like, I don't know what the name of it is, and I don't even know like the right way to sing it, so sorry. But like it's still the vibe I was just saying. So we got 2 6s here. Yeah, hurt in the past. They were hurt in the past by like a lot of toxic let's just say toxic femininity. It doesn't even matter their gender, or, you know, like keeping things open-minded here, like this, you know, non-binary or like trans, or I could even see how some people will probably evolve to the point where they're like, well, some days I have seen this. Some days I'm a woman, some days I'm a man. So let's not be too limited in our thinking here. But toxic femininity, regardless of, you know, whatever the person is showing up as in the world, okay? because we've got the Six of Swords in reverse, and then we've got the Six of Cups in reverse. Six, I do see as a number of like karmic relationships, especially in this spread. It doesn't always, sometimes six can mean harmony in relationships, but that's what I'm getting here. So Six of Swords in reverse is the bottom. That was kind of that darker, like rock the boat in a sexy way kind of way, like play with darker urges kind of way, darker music, darker lingerie, darker makeup, hair. Hi, Olivia. I'm just in the middle of a pick a card, my friend. How are you? And if you want to listen to it, I'm doing 3 different piles, so just go back to the beginning. So with the Six of Cups in reverse, like, yeah, it's still a bit emotionally entrenched in the past, and that may come up if things are just too physical all the time. Also, I'm hearing over expenditure of energy, so just be aware of that, like in terms of like your sex together, your sexuality, sexual exploration. 3 of Pentacles in reverse, they like it. I'm hearing they like things when they're cold. Like they like it to do it in cold rooms or like outdoors when it's cold, and then you have you heat each other up. They love the contrast of the temperature, so keep that in mind and play with it. Very cool message. The 3 of Swords in reverse, healing. There's definitely emotional healing happening for your person right now. Healing from the past, not that they want the past, not that they're going back to the past, but like finding closure, like mentally, emotionally, to help them be like more vulnerable and intimate and open and honest and ready for things. But with the 3 of Swords in reverse, like for those of you where it's like, either they've dated a lot of people in the past, like they're ready to not do that anymore. And if you're that person, then you're about ready to not do that anymore. That's what I'm getting here. Or maybe both of you like have kind of dated a lot in the past and you're both not going to want to do that anymore. Let me just see if there's anything else like coming from this. Yeah, no, that's what I'm getting from that. And then with the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, wanting there to be more romance, I'm hearing, but not knowing how. And this is what your person wants you to know. Okay. So yeah. And again, there's guitar here. So music, like play with music in terms of sexuality. Cool, Olivia. Sounds good. I know it is. It's a lot like more slow and vibey here on on YouTube. I need that today too because I'm busy. Okay, so that was 2. Now pile 3 is the carnelian. Why is the carnelian pile got? It's likely going to start in the same way with like kind of an emotional relationship message and then go to the sexy message, but we'll see. Okay. Ooh, nice. 8 of Pentacles. Working on this. I think there's a split message here of like, let's just see, Ace of Wands, the Death card in reverse, 7 of Wands, and then the 8 of Cups in reverse. For those of you who are wondering if your person wants to move on, no, they do not want to move on from you. And that's a very important message for pile 3, okay? No, they are not trying to walk away from you. If anything, like I feel like for who that applies for, they've been like missing you and your touch and your body and the warmth of your body. That's what I'm channeling here. And they want like they want to have sex with you again. Like they've been thinking about it a lot with the wands, with the Ace of Wands, especially because we got the 7 of Wands. There's like a lot of wands energy here, a lot of like fire energy, a lot of passionate sexual energy here. Yeah. I'm hearing finally not going to let outsiders influence the situation. And again, just like missing your body. So that was a special message, but like the underlying card here for pile 3 is 8 of Pentacles, wanting to work at this. I think like you're about done, pile 3. I think most, if not all of you are like I feel like this person's barely putting in any effort and they like know they need to step up their game. But then I'm also getting a message of like you or your person or both of you have been like really wrapped up in work, and that's been necessary and important too for like your life path. So just like keep that in mind, you know. There's definitely like a lot of sexual energy for pile 3. I think some of you might be meeting someone through work with the 8 of Pentacles being on the bottom for pile 3, and it's collective reading, so I'm just going with what I'm picking up on. And you're going to be like super attracted to them right away. It's going to be very mutual. Like I'm feeling like a lot of laughing, giggling, like passionate type of conversation right away. You're just gonna know. And I feel like you guys are gonna get like hot and heavy really quickly. But I feel like for this group of people, don't just you or them or both of you are still kind of wrapping up something in terms of like an emotional cycle in your life that you knew you had to leave behind, something you were emotionally attached to, and it's not quite done yet. Like the closure, the integration, the forgiveness. I kept wanting to say failure, so I think some of you are trying to forgive yourself and the other person for the failure of it all, and this was like what happened to you previously in terms of like I'm hearing emotional entanglements. Okay. I think that's it. I think that's like the relationship portion. So let's get to the sexy portion for pile 3. Okay. Ooh. Oh my gosh. So like I'm getting like very fun, fiery, twirly energy. I'd be surprised if your person doesn't have like a prominent fire placement. 10 of Cups in reverse. So for I think actually everyone who chose this pile, like what if you're thinking you have a family with someone, you're wondering if they want to walk away, no, but there does need to be a redesign, emotionally speaking, in terms of like emotional labor is what I'm hearing, and emotional balance within this family structure. Now, for the rest of you, you and your person, I feel, are healing from something family related with the 10 of Cups being in reverse, and need to give that enough time. Okay? So, sorry. That was actually a continuation of like the relationship and but now let's get sexy. And then we'll go on to Olivia. All right, sexy messages for pile 3. For them and their person. Let's get sexy with it. I just heard Getting Jiggy with It. You guys remember that song? I feel like soon, after the emotional processing that needs to be done, whatever your situation is, like you've identified it by now, right? Soon there will be a whole new level of like emotional depth is what I'm feeling in your sex, like, or wherever you're at in terms of like your physical pleasure with each other. You know, some people move slower, some people move faster. I feel like there's going to be a lot more emotion behind the touch, if you know what I mean, based on a readiness, which is really nice with the 6 of Cups energy. And then, like, I feel like that emotional readiness, that sweet, soft, tender touch that I'm channeling here is going to lead to, like, very aggressive, like, fiery, like, rah kind of energy. Like I was, you know, talking about the fire cards that came out for you. Like a positive expression of the devil. Like I'm getting a little hot in the face, like for this kind of vibe. Like it'll go basically like very nicely from like soft and very deeply emotional and romantic and like sweet, like thoughtful, conscious touches to like very aggressive, fiery, like throwing each other around type energy. And easily like navigating both energies from a place of like emotional healing and readiness. So it's something to look forward to actually. And then I also kind of feel like introduce some toys or start talking more about toys, and like, it doesn't have to be a dildo, but I feel like it could be anything that you guys would want to explore together. And I think you're both going to be like, you know, I've kind of seen these or I've thought about these, and then you're both going to be like, oh my gosh, me too. Like there's going to be something like, I'm kind of channeling an image of a swing. I feel like the swing is going to happen for a lot of you guys. You guys are going to want to try the sex swing. If you've been thinking about it, make sure to mention it to your partner. They'd be down. I'm sure that I'm really feeling like most of this pile. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So that's the Tarot Sexual Magic Pick of Cards, guys. And we can do Olivia's reading whenever you're ready, Olivia. Or we could just chat for a minute, whatever's clever. I'm just chilling tonight. I might get on TikTok later, but I don't want to push it. You're so sweet saying hi, queen. That's so sweet of you. I love when we all say that to each other. It's like so nice. I know, it's funny. Sometimes these messages come up and I'm like, whoa, we going there. And I can tell like I'll get like a dislike on my video or like one person, they were on my live, and I'm actually wondering if they're here. I'm kind of getting a vibe they're here again. And they waited till the end like a coward to call me a dirty little bitch. And then when I tried to go find them, I couldn't find them. I'm wondering, I'm kind of feeling their vibe is back. Like, if your vibe's really back, like, don't you have something else better to do? Like, don't you think you could spend your energy a little bit more productively than just like sitting on someone's video hating on them? Like, clearly some self-hatred that you should be working on. Maybe even like getting a life too. Oh, take your time, Olivia. Just talking to, I feel like that hater's here again. I can like feel their shitty vibes again. That happens though. People get so weird about talking about sex. I'm like, why? Like, we don't need to be so weird about it. We don't need to be so hateful about it. It's a beautiful thing when it's expressed in the right ways and actually talked about and healed and you have fun with it, you know? Hi, Shayla. Welcome. How are you? I did a sexual magic pick a card at the beginning if you want to go watch it afterwards. It was really good. You're awesome, Olivia. I know, right? I actually think it was a girl. I think it was a girl. Good vibes only, yes. And I always block and report anyone who's not got good vibes in the chat. So, but it's funny, like on TikTok, like I never get any bad, like everyone's always just so cool. And there's like way more people, like literally, except when my daughter accidentally mooned the camera. But that was understandable. I didn't see that happening. But on here, I think because I use the tarot sexual magic cards, like people are like a little more hateful. But you know, what can you do? Hi, Kayla. It's going good. Tired but good. I'm ready for Aquarius season. How are you? I guess I'll just leave my crystals there. I want to have a little piece of chocolate now. Kind of perfect little segue there, talking about sex, and now I'm going to have a piece of chocolate. Oh, I haven't had sex in almost 3 years. I was like, I never thought this would ever happen to me. I'm like, I got an itch. I'm like really feeling the itch needs to be scratched. It's like soon. For real. It's so bomb too. Dark chocolate with sea salt from Belgium. Belgian chocolate's the best in my opinion. It's vegan. I'm all double checking because sometimes I think it is. Wow. May contain traces of milk. I'm gonna hope for the best. You doing okay? For sure. I'm so pumped. Is it chocolate? Yeah, it is. It's weird. Hella bomb. I'm gonna try the mix now. Hi guys, welcome. A little snack. Olivia's paying for a reading. We're just chatting. I'm mixing dates with peanut butter, honey peanut butter, and dark chocolate with sea salt. Never tried it before. Kind of big though. Okay, I'll try a little bit. Oh, Kayla. Okay. Okay, so we'll do Olivia and then we'll do Kayla. Let me just double check. Yeah, it did. Perfect. Okay, so, and then we will do the other Olivia. I love that there's 2 Olivias here right now. What are the odds, right? When there's like just a small group of us. I love that. That's a nice name too. All right, Olivia Shelton, let me know whatever your question is and we will dive. The whole thing. Oh, there's a nut in there. There's not. That's a big one. Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome. Oh, Jimmy Wilson. Yeah, dates are bomb, but they definitely need a little something. Like I see why the combination. I know. Okay. Yeah, so no, I'm not going to do a TikTok live tonight because I literally just got a card that's like, stop being so busy. No, but this is great though. We're definitely going to do that. I said I was going to go on TikTok live later. No, I'm not going to do that now. I did post a few videos on TikTok today though to hype you up if you guys want to check them out. They were fun. Okay. Olivia Shelton. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh my gosh, yes. I know exactly what deck I want to use first. It's just over in my little box. No! I didn't even see that as a scrambled question because I have two prominent Libra placements for me. I was like, I know exactly what you mean. My mind works like that too, my friend. Okay, give me one second. Get the right one. Oh, and this one too. Oh, perfect. And they're right together. Here. Ooh, and then, yeah, this one next. Okay. I like that. Boop. So I've got the Modern Mystic Oracle, and we'll see what wants to come through for you. There's like rituals, there's spirit animals, there's all sorts of stuff, all sorts of stuff. So, what should she be doing? What should she be aware of? Oh, nice. Okay, so we got one that came out. Cool. Is it just one? Dragon's Blood ink. Oh, cool. Never gotten this one before. Let me just see which part. Cool. I have to admit, we've got witchy stuff here. I don't know if you're open to it or if you've been thinking about it, but two cards. So I feel like if they ascend, you know, on your path to enlightenment is important because I sense that you're going to be like very powerful and other people are going to be like fighting you on that and ego battles and influence your path. So this witch bottle protection I like. A timeless spell for protection and deflecting negativity. Now, if you're not comfortable with it, just focus on protection and keeping your vibe high, like through crystals or oils or like your safe space, because this is very important for you on your path. But I'll read it to you for the witch bottle in case you're interested. Also, if you want, just email me or I don't think, yeah, I was thinking, can I send it through here? Email me or send me a DM on Instagram and I can screenshot it. So fill a wide-mouthed glass bottle with broken pieces of mirrors, pins, needles, nails, or anything old and rusty. Add a piece of your hair. As you add items to your bottle, chant the following verse multiple times. No known or unknown force or hex can penetrate this sharp and mighty spell, which is sealed, protected, and blessed quite well. Bury your witch bottle underneath the dirt in front of your home or in a secluded area where you will have privacy performing your rites. I also was just reminded of how I did this with an apple. Like I cut the apple in half and then I buried the apple out in front for protection. I feel like you could get a lot from crystals, from obsidian. I'm hearing obsidian for protection. Just make sure like as you develop like whatever you're doing, even if you see it like, you know, as yoga and prayer or meditation, like regardless of how you decide to design your practice, make sure it's always in a protected space, because I feel a lot of energies that would try to influence you. Okay. So, you know, specific ritual, but just important to keep it in mind constantly, you know, if possible. Like if you can always have a crystal on you, like an obsidian, because I heard obsidian. And then we've got dragon's blood ink. So I'm definitely going to pull you a dragon card. What's really interesting is a popular blood red resin for adding power to any spell. Dragon's blood ink can be crafted on a Tuesday or during the dark moon for accessing power from pain. So I actually feel like you're going through like a painful emotional cycle in your life right now, but like processing it quite well and actually becoming quite powerful because of it. Because I was already sensing like you ascending in power and then like other energies trying to like affect you. So this ink can be traced over a letter of intentions, used to draw magical symbols, and even worn to add strength, mastery, and warrior energy to any daunting task. I'm hearing red jasper too for crystals if you're into crystals. And bloodstone because it has jasper in it and it has that warrior element, since that's coming through for you. Put a spoonful of crushed dragon's blood in a 1/2 ounce amber apothecary bottle. And if you don't have like the exact color, like, you know, I feel like it's pretty flexible. Add a spoonful of crushed gum arabic and a teaspoon of rubbing alcohol and stir together with a dowel stick. Honestly, I don't know what that is, like, but you could look it up, and I would just use like a little stick. Fill the remainder of the bottle with mineral water. Use a quill or small paintbrush to apply to your spells, as this will not write like pen ink. So you could even make this for this and be super protected. I'm hearing that you could bury it outside your window. What's really important is as you develop your spirituality, this just to begin with, keep in mind you're turning your pain into power. Connect to dragons, which we're going to do next. I feel like that would be like, those would be spirit guides if they're not already for you right now. Elemental dragons, I'm hearing that. And trying to see if there's anything else I'm getting from this. Dragon's blood incense, use that if you don't want to do this, because I consider these to be pretty flexible, and I usually just take my own information from it. I'm still learning as well. So, and then I feel like I already explained that one. So we're going to go on to the Dragon Oracle. Okay. Nice. So this flipped really nicely. Rose Pink Dragon prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. So a big part of your spiritual journey right now is emotional processing and purging, turning your pain into power. I feel like you're being assisted by dragons in this. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. I'm feeling rose quartz actually from this. And ask for dragon assistance. Okay, what's on the bottom? Sunshine Yellow Dragon helps you to help animals, serve animals, heal, respect, and understand them. I was getting kind of a spirit animal vibe too, like not just dragons, and you can research it a little bit more. Every human is said to have a dragon. I do believe it. I also believe that like there can be more than just your dragon, and I also fully believe that like there's a dragon that like resonates with your spirit and you're just like entwined. So research more about that, you know, especially if it piques your interest. But I'm also feeling spend out time more out in nature. I'm hearing citrine. I'm hearing carnelian. For crystals, crystal names are popping in for you. And also animals send you messages. Animals are synchronistic messengers for you. So I want to get the animal deck. Pay attention anytime an animal, you see any kind of animal, and look up the meaning on Google. I do it all the time. And it's really like going to be helpful in your practice. Yeah. So let's see. This is my animal oracle. Emotional healing and purging is your spiritual process right now, to help you access more power. And as you access more power, you need to protect yourself. And dragons can assist you with this as well. Be true to yourself and the universe will reward you, no matter what anyone thinks of like who you're becoming. And another reason to have like strong protections around you, because you're kind of like rebirthing yourself. I see this as like this little rat in this cocoon. And rats are misunderstood animals. Like they came here to help like clear the clutter and the garbage of the planet. And people are always like, ew, a rat. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is the animal that wants to come out to remind you that like every part of you is worthy and important and serves a purpose. And to keep yourself in this little cocoon right now as you're processing and protect yourself, and connect to spirit animals as well as spirit dragons. Okay. Oh, yeah, and then I wanted to do some chakra cards. Well, these aren't really chakra cards. They're sacred geometry oracle cards. But there's also chakras on here, too, so we'll see if any of those come out. And then when I'm done channeling, I'll check the chat. I kind of just flow with the energy till I feel it wane. Nice. So that's flipped. Cosmic flower. And perception. Yeah, as you heal your emotions, your mind is healing and changing. Like your whole perception of yourself and the world is going to completely shift. So trust when you're crying or you're angry or you're tired because you're emotionally processing so much and you're kind of like, oh, why is this happening? I promise there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I promise that like this is helping you to like flower and rebirth yourself and change your whole perception of reality in general. I also feel like the more you pay attention to the synchronicities and show the universe that you're ready for them and you will research them and you act on them, the more you're going to receive. And then I'm hearing numbers. 44, 8, 9. So I feel like you're grounding in a new way to achieve your finances is what I'm feeling here. And you're at the end of a cycle of like career and life purpose. And just, I know that because this all ties in. I know that we're like talking about your spiritual practice, but like I want to, because with the fours, the double fours, and then that added up to an 8 and then a 9, you're at the end of a cycle. You're almost to the end. And emotional processing is going to get you to that end. 8 is a number of abundance, money, being in the flow, ascension even, infinity. And then double fours are grounding a new physical reality. So what are the messages for her spiritual path in terms of like career and life purpose? Oh, yeah. And then we're going to do the self-care oracle because as you're emotionally purging, it is really draining. And understandably, your mind is like, what is happening here? So self-care, up the self-care. So we'll do the self-care oracle for you. Wow, this is beautiful. So windfall. If you've been thinking about making a change in your career, which it looks like you are, you're almost at the end of a cycle in your life, a big cycle in your life. Trust that you will always have a windfall of money when you need it, especially if you pursue life purpose. I feel like you're kind of in a crossroads of, should I do something safe or should I do something different? Trust that you don't need to rush this process and that, you'll know what to do in terms of the planner card as soon as your outlook changes, as soon as your perception changes. And that will inevitably happen very naturally as soon as you're done emotionally purging. Wow. So I feel like that you want to be like in politics, working in the legal system, possibly like working for the government because we've got justice, legal, and goals. Just kind of, if you've been thinking about this, if you've been in school for this is life purpose. This is what you're supposed to do. But there may be some sort of shift, some sort of change with that. Also treat yourself. I saw that at the bottom. Treat yourself right now. I feel like you can, and when you can, do it because you deserve it. You deserve to up the self-care right now, and that is very much a part of like. See, that's the thing. It's like divine feminine, like goddess worship, spirituality. It's like that is about nurturing yourself and treating yourself and softening and resting and relaxing and self-massage and stuff. But it's like, you know, that's kind of a new concept, like, you know, or it's not really new, it's resurging. Goddess worship, people did it a very long time ago, but the patriarchy, like, you know, like try to like pretend it didn't happen in many different parts of the world. You're learning how to like speak up for yourself right now in like a very authentic way, which is inevitably going to really affect your career in terms of like the justice and legal system. And also I'm hearing like give a voice to the underdog because you know how it feels to be unheard or misunderstood or left out. So that ties back into the rat card. A lot of your spiritual journey right now is like emotionally processing. So like your whole like perception of the world and yourself can change. You feel a lot more brave to be who you are and speak up for yourself. And then also see a shift in terms of like your career. Yeah, because I feel like what you've been doing, you've been feeling unfulfilled, but this is like internally because I feel like there's parts of you that are like dying to come out and will after you're done emotionally processing. So I'm gonna do self-care cards and then I'm gonna check the chat, I think. Yeah. Kind of just like vibing here. For your spiritual journey from the self-care oracle. This, I actually really think you should get this, my friend. And I don't say that, and I'm not affiliated with Goddess Provisions, but I'm actually not affiliated with anybody except myself right now. But I think you would highly benefit from buying the self-care oracle from Goddess Provisions currently where you're at. Like, I think that that's what you should treat yourself to, with that being like the bottom of the deck energy for your money reading in terms of your spirituality, because anytime you're feeling low, you know, and it's hard to think, like I know that feeling. You just go to this oracle, what do I need to do for self-care right now? I think that should be what you treat yourself with, honestly. I think you should check out Goddess Provisions. They also have a monthly box if you like subscriptions. I'm being called to mention that to you as well. Okay. It's like fun, crystals, like cute, fun, and spiritual. Okay, this flipped. So music, emotional processing through music right now is going to be very spiritual for you, and alone time. So I'm saying, I'm here. I'm hearing like your guides saying like, pay attention to the music we send your way. Yeah. And be on the lookout for it. Like if a music pops up on your YouTube, or like someone mentions a song, or you overhear like someone talking about an artist, look it up. Like there's a reason you overheard that or you saw that. And then like that song or that artist is really going to help you to like emotionally process right now, which is like at the forefront of like your spiritual path, because you're going to be just so different after you're done with this. And it's very vital for you, like as a spiritual being too. I also feel like the quality of the people that you're around is going to drastically change, because like you are going to change. Like you're just going to emerge is what I'm feeling, like fully. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to see what you said. Okay, cool. I love it. Okay, good. I'm glad you like witchy. Yeah, because I was reading it and I was like, okay, she's not into this, so she's probably gonna be like, shut up. But I was like, I'm good. I'm being called to read it anyway. So, awesome. So you have crystals sitting in an e-cart right now. That's awesome. If any of the crystals that were channeled for you are in your cart, definitely get them. But what's really cool is like windfall. It usually is like that card is usually like you'll receive the money you need when you need it, or like you got like a check in the mail coming. But then like I read the card a little bit more for you, and it is that, like it is that message for you, not the check in the mail part, but it said like treat yourself, like you can do that right now. And I was like, oh yeah, she did. That's for her. Like do it. Especially spiritually inclined treats, because it's fun, you know, and then it's also healing, and crystals are so great for like emotional times. Like I've got this lepidolite sphere when I was going through something hard, and I was like in the bed and I was just like rubbing on my sphere, and it was just so comforting. I also like recommend like aquamarine for like emotional processing. That's the only one coming to mind, so I'll just leave it. I I know it seems like an unnecessary purchase, but like the healing that they bring to your life, it's so necessary. I remember one time I had a crystal haul and I was like, I just spent like 80 bucks and I didn't plan on spending any money. And those crystals for the rest of the year like saved my life at specific points where I was like highly emotional and going through like a purge and like an upgrade and all the stuff. You know what I mean? Um, cool. Hi, Amelia. Criminal psychology? Honestly, I think you're supposed to. I mean, based on those cards, I mean, you know, it could have just been one legal card or one justice card, but they came out side by side. I feel like you are supposed to be doing that. But I feel like you are developing in terms of like your own personal psychology, if that makes sense right now, and also kind of like your own psychoanalysis of like who you are and who you want to be. So like I feel like once that is a little bit more solidified, which feels like a pretty swift process that's happening for you right now, like you're gonna just be like, yes, I'm doing this. Like I really feel like that's gonna happen. I feel like that's life purpose. That's so cool. Olivia, I have friends, they're sisters, and they just found this like app for unsolved crimes, and they got hired to help like unsolved crimes. So it's kind of in that realm. So it's cool that you mentioned that. I love that, by the way. Yeah, you treat yourself. You're in a place where you should treat yourself. Yeah, because the self-care oracle, like I feel like I should maybe pull you a few more from the self-care oracle, and then we'll go on to the next reading. I really think that you should check it out too, though. Goddess Provisions is the website, the Self-Care Oracle. Oh, if you were thinking about getting an oracle deck, I would say start there because it's like really cute too. Like her pull you a few cards so you can see how cute they are. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay. So we've got drink tea here. Make this like a very like self-soothing, peaceful, meditative type of practice. Like you can make it flowery and get yourself like a tea, you know, a teapot and like, well, what's the word? You could get like a teapot and like teacups, or you know, just get a nice tea and just allow it to be like your quiet you time and like vibe out with your new playlist or that new song you just discovered. Like it's like your peace time, it's your safe space time. So that's the bottom here. A bunch came out actually. Oh, 3. Well, still. I don't know why I felt like a bunch did. So we've got, you really just need to rest right now. And the alone time card is really important for you. Especially like after an emotional purge, like a crying or like, you know, whatever emotions are coming up for you, you know, and sometimes combination of emotions, right? Like I know that, I feel that, it happens to me all the time, as a matter of fact. Rest. And then clean your space. I feel like if you ever have times on your journey, and especially now, where you feel like mental overload and you have like more anxiety than usual, if you just tidy up a little bit, it's gonna like highly change that. So I feel like this is like a now, like what you're being called to do. Again, we have another 9. It's like you're very close to the end of like a big cycle in your life. And then energy work. So I was already kind of feeling the chakras, and I know none came out. Okay, I'm gonna pull from you. Because I feel like chakra work and yoga and all that would be like really great for you to explore as well. And I don't know if you're involved on TikTok and like because there's certain parts of the community now that are coming out and saying like they're being very judgmental and like, oh, you know, you're disrespecting like Hinduism and stuff if you talk about chakra work and you do chakra work. And it's like, well, it depends on like how you're talking about it and what you know. And so like if I don't know if you've heard any of those, but I've seen a lot of those lately. Like, don't let that hinder you because this is a beautiful process, and just make sure that you have the right sources. For me, I lived in India, so I'm like, I'll let someone tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see if any chakras want to come out for you as like a specific chakra for you to like work with, because the color is important. You know, as well as like the point on your body. Do any chakras want to come out for her right now? Divine Masculine. I think you might be a twin flame. Let me just clarify this. Realization on the bottom. We'll close you out. And go on to the next reading. Where's my yes or no? Okay. Wow. I don't know if you know that already, but I'm feeling it's a yes. Is she a twin flame? I think you are. Listen to your intuition. Like, do you feel that you're a twin flame? Have you thought about it? Have you wondered about it? And also, if you haven't heard of it before, look it up and then see what your intuition is telling you. Because I'm thinking, yeah. And I'm thinking that like a year from now, there's going to be some kind of serious like meeting or union happening with your twin flame, which you're being prepared for. Let me clarify. That's really what I'm feeling strongly. Let's just get a yes or no. Because divine masculine. Ask your angels, trust your intuition. This feels like a fairly new concept, even if you are familiar. I feel like asking for help from others, asking for help from your angels, asking for signs from your angels is going to be beneficial in all areas of your life. And developing your intuition. I'm also feeling like the colors on this are the colors of the throat chakra and the third eye chakra. So those would be the chakras that I feel that are coming through for you. Like wearing more of like these blues, eating more, drinking more. You know, they've got like that blue spirulina you can get. Like incorporating more of these blues into your life is going to help you to develop and heal these chakras. And I think I'm going to leave your reading there. Yeah. I know that was like a lot, and I'm going to leave this reading public so you can come back, but like, I love that we just got all that information for you. I hope that it wasn't like too much, but I just felt like we needed to keep going, so we did. Yeah. Where's it? Oh, there it is. It's upside down. Okay. Let's see what else he said. Oh, yeah, no, it's not a stupid superstition. Wow, that's hard to say. Stupid superstition. A lot of people think that. I thought that for a while. So don't judge yourself. But yeah, it's not true. It's definitely a superstition. I kind of feel like that started because of like a toxic collective thought form that's trying to like keep everyone from ascending, honestly. Because, you know, there's certain people in power, like whether we want to admit it or not, who don't love that we're becoming like more ascended as beings. I'm just going to finish reading Olivia's messages and then I'll go on to the next reading. Yeah, spiritual comfort things right now, do it. Like you're getting a green light from spirit. And I feel like come back and listen to this reading a few times. Yeah, definitely. Cool. Good. Yeah, I hope the hate videos don't come up for you. Yeah, okay, good. I was like, the twin flame concept sounds pretty new for her, whether she knows about it or not. So I feel like instead of saying yes, there was a lot of cards of like, ask your angels, ask your intuition. And so it's still a little die. It's fascinating. And I'm really excited for you. Okay, so that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. And your vibe. You got such a nice vibe. Okay, Kayla. Dragons. Okay, what do Kayla's dragons want to tell her? Okay, the first thing I'm getting, Kayla, my friend Dragon Lady, is be careful what you wish for. Now, what are they talking about here? You're manifesting rapidly even the things you don't want. Okay, the mentor in reverse, coupled with the vow upright. Oh, there's someone around you who's giving you advice. Okay, so we got the destroyer in reverse, underlying energy. I feel like there's someone around you, and it's not even advice. It's more about someone you're looking up to, that you see as a mentor or a teacher or someone with knowledge that you admire. And I feel like that they don't have the purest intentions, and being around them is kind of like, I don't know, kind of putting you, like destroying your energy in a way. Like, I don't want to scare you or anything, but they're kind of like negatively impacting you, with the mentor and the destroyer both being in reverse, the destroyer being on the bottom. With the be careful what you wish for and what you're manifesting, I feel like being around this person is kind of like maybe a little too destructive for your energy. Or maybe you're picking up on this from them and it's becoming a part of your energy because like you look up to them as a mentor. So just maybe kind of like reanalyze who the people are that you look up to are, you know. With the vow being here, this is about like staying on the path and being in the flow and feeling like fiery and creative. I have to admit, I'm a little concerned about the Reiki practitioner with the solar plexus because the color is here. I'm not sure if you were already maybe a little bit hesitant. Maybe just kind of keep a watchful eye on it and try not to absorb their energy is what I'm feeling, okay? Because I feel like working on, and there's a little bit of orange here. So it's like creative, sensual energy coupled with like willpower and confidence and being on the path and ascending with the bird and it being upright is like very positive. But then we've got the destroyer and the mentor in reverse here. And then the be careful what you wish for. So I think your dragons are trying to warn you about at least one person on your path. They're not totally pure and maybe you're absorbing too much of their energy. I'm hearing yes. Okay. They're also trying to tell you that in a certain way, you have conquered some blockages in your sacral and your solar plexus. You are on the path with that. You're doing well. Your energy is ascending. Okay. So even if this was part of the process, it was all part of the path because sometimes it happens that way. But maybe just like don't hang on to something when it's time to let go of it or don't integrate too much of their energy. The crone is now kind of showing to me in reverse. Someone who's kind of, you know, comes off as wise, but may not be as wise as they seem. The heart sideways. Don't form emotional attachments to people out of habit. I feel like watch the types of people that you're forming emotional attachments to and think about, are they like someone from the past that you've been trying to get away from? These are all kind of just flooding in. Okay, let's see what else. Because I feel like your dragons have been trying to get your attention about a few issues, and these are them. Okay, so like you're doing really well in a certain way with the vow. Healing sacral and solar plexus energies. Okay, and your energy is ascending because of that. But I think it's like, be careful what you wish for and be careful like to wish to be like someone who doesn't like exactly have like the best vibe all the time, or maybe don't hang on too tightly to someone that it's time to let go of. I kind of feel like maybe that's for two different people in your life. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, take some time to reflect by writing about it. They think that this would be helpful for you to kind of figure things out. I also just saw 1:11:55 on the clock. So like changes in terms of who you are. So like your energy ascending, feeling a lot more creative. You may just want to like write for fun. They may be nudging you towards this if you feel like they have been, or like books even, but I'm getting more of like writing for emotional processing. And then nourish your temple. I'm hearing take care of your body, eat right. Like, you know, all the things that this card talks about, but I feel like your dragons are just a little worried about your physical health. Like your energetic health, like your ascension process is going really well, but like make sure you're nourishing your body a little bit extra. And they may be kind of nudging you towards like healthier lifestyle choices, or maybe like healthier food choices, or like, I don't know, maybe like a workout video that pops up and you're like, oh, that looks kind of good, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. You know, they're like, no, but like try that. You know, like I'm kind of getting that vibe. Like they may be sending you, I don't know, like ideas for new places to shop or eat, or like maybe there's people they're sending you on your For You page that like eat really healthy and they want you to kind of like embody like more of their energy. I think they're kind of trying to redirect your energy to kind of model yourself after healthier people. And it's not just about eating or lifestyle or working out. I think it's also about spiritual health, because there's some people that like, you know, I think that they like use like the new age movement for like selfish reason. I'm getting there's at least like one person that they're trying to like warn you about. And also I think that they're like, they want you to like find more movement in your life, but like joyful movement. And this is in the realm of physical health. I think they're just worried about like your physical health too. So I'm going to see what you think about that. That was for Hunter's Paradise. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry that it does that when it cuts in and out. Ask me if you want me to clarify or expand on anything I was saying. So when you say you don't think you look up to anyone, I think that because I used to tell myself that, and I think it's important for me to get this message to you. I'm being nudged. So like I used to feel that way, but then I would notice that I was subconsciously like modeling myself after other people, like their hairstyle or their outfit, or like eating what I saw that they were eating. And it's like we all do it, like even if we don't want to admit it to ourselves. So kind of like start like analyzing it a bit more. If you can't figure it out, journal it out. Like that message that was coming in. Your solar plexus is feeling off. You know, I actually feel like that was more of a congratulatory message from them. Like your sacral and your solar plexus are actually like doing quite well and like ascending. And that process that you went through was actually helpful, but I think it's like time to let go of, or reassess the situation maybe. You've been journaling lately? Oh, Dr. Pepper problems. That's funny. Who, what? And also, do you want me to clarify anything I said? Or is there anything in particular that you would like me to like ask what they meant by that? I was kind of just like going with it because I felt like there's a lot of things they were trying to get your attention about. Yeah, it could literally just be like a gas bubble because it does happen like right there. Yeah, because I get with the vow upright, totally upright, like you're actually doing quite well with like your creativity and your confidence. Sure. Okay. So, who are the people or the person in her life who are not what they seem? Because it felt like one. Like there's one person or group of people that it's just time to let go of. And then there's like one person, yeah, who it feels like who's not what they seem. Dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. Okay, so we got the shadow attribute of the beggar at first. Exaggerated belief you're the only means through which a cause can succeed, being underneath here. So someone who's a spiritual teacher in one way or another, they could just have a platform on social media, could be YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, any of the social media platforms, or it could be someone in your daily life. I feel like they ask for too much though with the shadow attribute of the beggar, like, because, you know, if you think about like someone like asking for things, like not necessarily begging for things, but I feel like not giving as much in return as like they ask for a lot, like your time and energy is more what I'm feeling, not necessarily like money. It could just be like, because you know how you connect to people's energy through their videos, you know, or their lives, or even just going on their profile. Even just listening to their music, you know what I mean? But it's someone who's spiritually inclined with the shadow attribute of the Messiah here. Exaggerated belief that you're the only means through which a cause can succeed, and they ask for too much. I think it's draining your energy. They've been trying to nudge you away from this person. It definitely feels like a person, so this wants to flip. Ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Because you're doing so well in terms of your sacral and solar plexus, which is creativity and confidence, they just don't want you to see like you give your energy away to other people, especially people with Messiah complexes. Boom. Does that resonate? Because that feels legit. I feel like that was summed up quite well too. False sense of invulnerability and entitlement. I mean, whoever this is in your life, like they play a big role in your life. Whether you may not be like consciously aware of it or not, but journaling will help figure it out too. Yeah. Someone with a big ego who like pretends to be like very spiritual or like, you know, pretends like they know all the things. But with the shadow attribute of the Messiah, it definitely feels spiritually inclined. That, or it's someone who's big on your spiritual path, who's taking too much of your energy. No, it's okay. It's okay if you're confused. So like a Messiah complex is like, I'm the new Jesus, you know, and it's only me and I'm the one who's going to save everyone. Yeah. So whoever is like that in your life, you know, I'm going to save you. But like really it's about like tooting their own horn. And with the beggar, them asking for too much of your time and energy. And it could just be like you're spending too much of your time and energy, which is more the vibe I'm getting from your dragons. You're spending too much of your time and energy focused on this person whose ego is too big and actually drains you of energy that you could be using for creativity because you've been doing so well with your creative chakras. So it's either somebody that you follow on social media and you connect to their energy like via profile or video, or because that's how energy works. Or it's like someone who's like plays a really big role in your life, who's like overly controlling and drains you of your energy. We'll pull a few more archetypes to kind of like maybe help you figure out who it is. Can we set the intention to help her figure out who it is? Because it feels like one person. And then there's also like another person or group of people that it's just kind of like time to like keep going with the flow on your path and just kind of not get too attached. Just kind of repeating that message just to make sure that. Also, feel free, I'm going to leave this video public. You can go back and listen to it again. But I also clarify too to make sure that like you know, get the answers that you want. But I can't spend too much time, you know, because there's people in line too. So we'll go for like a little bit longer though, for sure, to figure out who it is. Yeah. So arc to help her figure out who it is. And kind of think about like the messages you felt like you were already getting from your dragons and kind of pair that with what I'm saying, and then journal it out. So archetypes to help. Okay, this one. So for sure. So, well, it may be your dad, but it's definitely like an overbearing toxic masculine figure. Or it could be like a male spiritual teacher. You know, I can see how this could be a toxic dad with the shadow attribute of the father. It says dictatorial control, abuse of authority, toxic masculinity. Yeah. Violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So it's either like an actual father figure in your life who has like a big effect on your energy, or it's like someone online, or like based on whatever you do to like follow spirituality. It could be like books you're reading. It doesn't have to be online. Who's really egotistical in like power dynamics and like, see, it's like we had the shadow attribute of the Messiah, and you know Jesus was the Messiah in Christianity, like the one. You know, to this day they're like the only path in some Christian faiths. And then we got the shadow attribute of the priest, which is like a facilitator in terms of like spirituality. So there is like a big spiritual element to it. I've been talking about the same person this whole time, so. Work group. We can do yes or no. Is this someone from work? In the next few months, it's up to you. Well, I think in the realm of work, within the next few months, you can change what you do for work. But it's up to you if you're going to take that leap, since you brought up work. But is this toxic person in her work group is her question. And let's get it like clearly figured out so I can move on to the next person. Is this someone at work? Please. I think within the next few months, romance is on the table too. So we're not getting like a clear. Let's see, let me try a different archetype. Who is the person? To help her figure out who it is, please. Someone logical, could be someone involved in your work with the box. It's definitely masculine thought processing. I think it's a man. I think it's male, and someone toxic in terms of their masculinity. It's either a male boss, A coworker who's extremely controlling with you, who's male, or your dad. Kisses here. I think maybe it is at work. Maybe someone who likes you, but is like toxic in their masculinity. And I think maybe your guides, your dragon guides are trying to guide you away from them, or maybe someone you have a crush on with the kiss. You know, the box is about logical thinking, linear thinking, which could be work. It's someone who's definitely affecting your spiritual process, which can be just about spiritual energy, but there's been multiple cards showing that they're like controlling and domineering with your energy. And you need that spiritual energy as fuel for your creativity. So let's just see if we can get like a few more cards to kind of clarify who this is for her. The Mystic in reverse. Yeah, it's someone who just claims to be like a know-it-all. Like see, it's another spiritual card. Like, you know, someone who knows the spiritual truths of life, or you know what I mean? Like with the womb in reverse. Okay, I'm thinking it's a man. I'm thinking it's at your work. It's someone who either likes you or you like them, like little crush type energy, who triggers, I believe, the father wound within you, the toxic masculinity within you, which by the way, we all have to struggle with, like in terms of our masculine aspect of our energy. But I think it specifically triggers father wound energy for you. So, and also like in a negative way that's inhibiting and drains your energy. And this just might just be an aspect of like what you experience in terms of like masculinity and leaders and that type of energy growing up, but it's something that's being called for you to turn away from it energetically so you can be more creative. Because the womb in reverse, it's preventing you from birthing new ideas if you were to continue to engage in this energy in any way, shape, or form, really. I think it's just like toxic masculinity, however it is, anyone who's controlling and overly a know-it-all with you and just sacks you of your energy, and maybe like you just kind of focus on them, you know, with your attention too much. No, it's okay. I mean, I want to make sure you get the answers. It's just, I feel like we're kind of starting to talk in circles of like repetitive messages. And like I was saying, you know, a few times now, it's not necessarily like a spiritual person, but they're affecting your spiritual path, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Because our energy is spiritual energy. So if they're taking your energy, if they're draining your energy, then they're taking your spiritual energy, aka your creativity. So, but there were a lot of spiritual cards, so this person's just very deeply affecting your spiritual energy in a very negative way. But it does feel like one person or a repetition of like the same type of person throughout your life. That's toxic in masculinity. Toxic masculinity. Yeah. Yeah, you can message me about this for a private reading. Absolutely. You know, I want you to feel like your question's fully answered. Yeah, I want you to feel like it's not. If you want it, like, you know, you think you know who it is? Well, let's just see. I'll just ask the cards like for just one final, you know, wrap up for your question. Yeah, because my throat is getting a little sore. I know other people pay. Is it who she's thinking? Let's see what you're thinking. Perfect. Good. Because I don't want you to leave you without a full answer. I just sometimes when I start to feel like we're talking in circles, it gets a little frustrating. But that's okay. So it is who you're thinking. The angels want you to know, yes, it's them. And that's the angels want you to know that your dragons are telling you that. Yes. But, you know, angels do work with dragons. So it's all high vibe beings that work with us to help us. So this is an angel deck. So it's inhibiting like your spiritual health. Okay. So great. I'm glad we got the answer. So just have a little water. Okie doke. That was Olivia. That was Kayla. Okay, now we're going on to okay, Olivia. I'm going to see if you sent your question. If you didn't, okay, Olivia, you can send your question now. Okay. don't think you did, so. Okay. Yeah, or I can just be like, what does your higher self and your guides and angels feel like you should know right now? I can always do that too, and then kind of just go where they take me. So just let me know whatever you want me to do. Oh, and then I should make sure I didn't miss anybody. Oh, and then Amelia will be next after this. And I think we're good after that. Good. Yeah, for sure, Kayla. So it's actually, I do want to just say one more thing. Kayla, this is a repetitive cycle in your life, even though it's happening through different people. It's all one energy of a bad cycle in your life of toxic masculinity and a need to stand up for yourself and separate your energy rather than allowing people to suck it from you. So you can be creative and keep your energy for yourself. So I see why it felt like one energy. It's happening through different people. It's a cycle you're meant to break. Okay, good. Okay, so we will just do like an overall. So first we're going to start with the classic tarot for you, Olivia, and see what wants to come through. I like to use the Lilith Bible Tarot. This is my current version of the classic one that I like. So let's see what wants to come through. Okay, what was done to you was unjustified. And what was done to you? Six of Cups. I think friends that you felt like you could trust have turned out to be untrustworthy. Now, I want to know, because the Six of Cups here, but it's helped you to have a fresh start. Now, I want to figure out if this is something that like consciously you're aware of or something that you're going to find out. So is this something? Be careful who you ask for help from right now. Okay, so you're so soon, unfortunately, Olivia, soon, okay, first message, be careful who you're asking for help from and being vulnerable with, because you are about to be at like a fresh new start in your life in this Fool energy, like fully ready for the next chapter from like a very healed place. But there's other people who would negatively influence you in terms of like how you write the next chapter of your life. Because this is Judgment in reverse, people with bad intentions, pretending to be a friend. So I think it's something that you haven't quite identified yet. You may have had inklings though here and there, and I am sorry to be like the bearer of bad news. And I feel like this is just like, you know, an aspect of your reading. I think there's other positive things too that are going to come through. But be careful who you ask for help from and you are vulnerable with. Like, it's less about who you ask for help from and more about who you expose. Like, this is what I've been through. This is what I'm thinking about doing next too. Be careful who you're doing that with, because it's like unjustified friends as you take this new leap of faith in your life. And then reconsiders on the bottom. Like, reconsider your friends and your friend group. It might just be, let's see if we can get like, how many friends? Is it just one? Is it a couple? Is it a group? Intentions. Yeah, be careful of people's intentions. And I'm also hearing they're not meant to come with you into this new cycle. And I'm sorry for that. I know that hurts. But just kind of trust your intuition. If you feel like a little like, oh, I'm about to tell them something, but I feel like I shouldn't, don't. And then maybe start kind of assessing the friendship, because you can always trust your intuition. I'm hearing clouded. Your judgment may be a bit clouded by your emotional attachment, but let's just see. Maybe we can delve into archetypes here too to figure out like, Ten of Pentacles. I think it might be a group. I think it's a group of friends, honestly, with the Ten of Pentacles, because it's like an abundant group of people. But it's not Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is like emotionally nourished, like family-like energy, and Ten of Pentacles is more like we have fun, like we do all these great things, we go on these great trips, we go to these fun parties. You know what I mean? It's more like about the material world. So I think it's a group of people actually. And you may not need to let them all go, maybe not all of them. But it's definitely bad intentions I'm picking up on. And at least in terms of this new self that you're stepping into, Ace of Pentacles, it's like the universe is giving you a fresh start and a lot of abundance. And I feel like that they would like try to leech off your energy. So what is this fresh start? We can't be open minded here. The Ten of Pentacles can represent a family, but the Six of Cups, and just based on the vibe, I'm getting more of a group of friends. Although I'm thinking it's friends. I think it's a friend group. A friend group that feels like family. And again, it might not have to be one or two that you can like keep in touch with that you may still want to, you know, as you guys like grow and change. That's very possible. But just be careful, like, about being vulnerable with them about your plans, because you are in this full energy, this fresh start, new chapter type of energy. So this is a life purpose oracle. I just want to see what comes out. I'm hearing be careful who you share. You're starting to see how like all these people aren't cheering me on, or like, you know, they have like bad intentions in this certain way. Like, see this as a situation that like really gave you like mental acuity is what I'm hearing, mental acuity, and made you stronger and like be able to like kind of decipher someone's intentions better. Like it's really sharpened your mind. Even though this is a difficult process that I feel like hasn't quite hit you yet, but maybe has started to a little bit. And it's giving you emotional strength, and it's giving you like emotional maturity. Oh, this is nice. Your life purpose involves helping children, teaching, and healing children. Let's dive into that a little bit. Career change just popped out. If you've been thinking about a career change, I'm hearing it's time. If you've been thinking about working with children, I'm thinking it's a yes. If you're already working with children, you might just need to like go to a different job, like a different place, you know, in terms of your career change. It might not be like changing the whole thing, but it might just be like working with kids somewhere else. But I feel like this fresh start, the full energy, it's about, yeah, time to decide. It's about a career change. And it's something that you've either been thinking about or you're about to start thinking about. Let's see. The career and money oracle. Just definitely like whoever the people are, it's a group of people. Just be careful who you're sharing. I would highly recommend just not sharing with people what you're doing right now, what your next moves are, and kind of processing that on your own and just keeping things light with whoever you're around. Because I feel like you're easily moldable right now. And you need to make this decision for you without anyone else's like opinions or projections or expectations. And you need your energy to make this decision. Let's see what else wants to come out. Parenthood. I was thinking it could be you being a parent. It's at least meant to be in your future, you being a parent. If you feel like the career change you've already been thinking about or been nudged to make isn't about working with kids, it's that you're meant to be a parent and make this career change, like in your future. The parenthood might not be in this next chapter of your life, you know what I mean? It might not be soon, but it's definitely part of like your life's path. And your guides want you to know that. I feel like you have a rebellious spirit and you're like, well, I don't know if I can like, you know, be a parent as the, you know, type of unique rebellious individual that I am. But like, I think that would actually, the message here is that it's actually going to make you a really great parent. And you're an artist. Okay, here's what it is. You're meant to be a parent, maybe not in this next chapter of your life, but definitely like in your life. Okay. And that's why like you're meant to work with children. I think it's more about parenthood. The career change you've been thinking about making is in the realm of being an artist. Okay. and make that leap. You've been trying to stop yourself from it because you feel like you're being too rebellious, and there's other people. I think it might even be family, actually. The people that you maybe need to pull away from, it might be family. Whoever is like kind of trying to tell you like, no, you're being like too out of the box here. You're being too rebellious here. Like, don't ignore this rebellious spirit of yours. It's going to make you a great parent, and it's going to make you a great artist. You're being called to make a career change to become more of an artist. And don't hold yourself back, and don't be around anybody who projects this energy onto you of like, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, fit more into like this system or this structure of what we think you should be doing. Sometimes it's even just like subconscious. But okay, I'm gonna see what you have to say. Okay, so you have a son. Okay, so then let's dive a little more, because that's a big part of your next chapter. And possibly even more kids in your future. Let's just see. Is she meant to have more kids in the future? Is that why I was kind of picking up on that? Let's just see. Is she meant to have more kids in the future? Look for a sign. Peaceful resolution. I think when you're in like a very peaceful place in your life, the sign you're going to start feeling the urge and seeing like lots of babies everywhere. And like, I think you're meant to have more children in the future. Are more children a part of this new phase? I think actually it might be, my friend. If you've been, you know what? If you've been thinking about it, like the next few months could be 6 months, by the way, like 6 to 8 months, I would say even. Because the only timing cards in this deck are within the next few weeks, within the next few months, and within the next year. So you could even say up to like 10 months. I feel like you could be ready to have more if you wanted. That group of people you maybe need to pull back from, maybe extended family. But you're also in this new chapter of your life meant to be artistic. So I kind of want to dive more into that too. Wow, okay. Oh, aren't you so sweet? Thank you, Olivia. I'm also kind of just, you feel it? Okay. Okay, oh, aren't you sweet? Okay, you're also meant to be creative and artistic. I feel like you like either like you're meant to, or like you're gonna have more kids like real soon, like another kid, and like you're ready. You just know that you're ready for it too, because I'm kind of feeling you're meant to have multiple kids. So, Justice. Okay, you've been feeling. Okay, you know how that first card that came out, it was like unjustified. You know, and it was like the Judgment card in reverse. Like you've been feeling, I feel like unstable in like kind of all areas, like personal life as well as like financial life. Not all areas, but those two in particular. But justice is coming in for you in terms of legalities regarding your finances. And I also feel like your personal life, who you spend time with, I kind of feel like whoever has done you dirty or like tries to influence your life path in any way, like negatively, is like receiving negative karma. Because this is coming out again, like, there's been people around you who've been like purposely trying to make you feel unstable about pursuing being an artist and a parent and possibly expanding your family, especially with the 10 of Pentacles. And, just know that like justice is coming in for you. I feel like karmically, like I think you're probably going to be getting like a lot more like gifts and legs up from the universe. And these people who've been like trying to inhibit your path or like negatively affect you, like are just going to be getting like shit like thrown at them to rebalance the scales. But I also kind of feel like there's going to be some kind of, if you've been waiting on a check, or like maybe like, I don't know, like if you've been waiting on something in terms of legalities, in terms of finances, and your finances have been feeling unstable, like I think that like you're going to be receiving justice on this issue and stabilizing your finances. And that's an interesting message. So I'm curious what you think about that, because that's another thing that's coming through now. And it ties back into that original card of like being done dirty, but now receiving karmic reward because of it. Yeah, so it's going to work out in your favor. Let's see if we can get timing for that. Oh, how cool. We're getting like some good messages. I got like chills. I'm hearing, don't worry, like everything's about to get better. really focus on like who you spend your time with and who you open up to right now. Like be very vigilant and paying attention, and if possible, like stay in your own lane in terms of like this new future you're creating, and know that you're ready if you want more kids, and you're also very much ready to be an artist too. So how long, like, are we thinking weeks or months, or like, you know, whatever you feel like you want to give me an answer to about that. Choose a new direction. Choose this new direction that you've been wanting to choose in your life. And be assertive about it. And don't let anybody get in your way. And know that you're fully supported. So this one wants to talk about. Yes. Yes. Okay. How much longer does she have to wait on this case? Okay, trust that you're in a period of recovery. Don't doubt it. Like anytime that you doubt yourself, it's just because there's people around you who are doubtful. So you have to be like, because you're in a very vulnerable energy as you're shifting. But trust that you're in recovery. Trust that you're recovering from everything that's happened. Look, and that you're going to be a success. You know, like you can't make this stuff up. And like, I've got such good vibes for you. Like, I think it's going to be a world of difference. Like for you, it's going to go up, and for these people, it's going to go down. But I'm trying to see if we can get a timeline for when this case is going to get settled, because that came through very strongly. Ask your angels to send you a sign. They're feeling like talk to us more, and keep in mind that we're sending you gifts. Like we're sending you abundance because of the success card on the bottom. Because it's not only going to come in that form, it's going to come in other forms too, especially the more you choose this new direction for your life, artistically inclined as well as like parentally inclined. Forgiveness. And also a really important part of your spiritual journey right now is like, although you have been done dirty, and I feel like it's more than just this person that you're involved in the case with, but in the end, the way to fully let it go is through forgiveness. But trust the process too. You know, like don't force yourself to forgive if you're not ready. But that's how you'll fully let it go. And that's how you'll fully step into this new chapter of your life. And it's going to be so different. It's going to be really great. And you have to believe in it too. You know, it's like you're in a very powerful co-creating place. You're co-creating with the universe and your angels and stuff. But you're also in a very vulnerable place where as we're creating, you know, our energy is moldable, it's sensitive. And so there's people in your life who would like have things their own way, you know, so just be careful. Sometimes it's not even malicious. You know, I think maybe there's some people in your life, it's just because they wouldn't want to lose you, or because they have these ideas about you and they, you know, wouldn't want that changed. So, yeah. Let's just see. Can we get like, how long? I'm going to ask one more time. Look, it's just like assured success. Good within the next few weeks. So I would say that would be up to like a month and a half at the most. At the most. I mean, I'm feeling within the next few weeks. And this is for your case. So, oh, good. I really wanted to get that answered for you. I do want to kind of dive a little bit more into like what you're supposed to be creative about, what this like artistic endeavor is. Because, you know, mothering is creative and artistic. I'm a mom too. But I feel like there's something else too for you, Olivia. Ooh. Excuse me. Oh. Okay. Logic and reason. Okay. You're breaking out of old conditioning. Because like I'm getting this as like Black Leak patterning being like a pattern of negative energy being within your energetic field. And I think that this is actually you healing family DNA, family habits, family patterns. And actually, you can do this in a very logical way by studying your family. You've probably already seen it. I actually kind of feel like a lot of the people that you need to be setting boundaries with right now are probably family, the more that we're getting into your reading now. But breaking out of like this like negative pattern of like doing things this way and thinking negatively and having negative things happen, healing family DNA, absolutely. And actually like doing it in a very like logical and reasonable type of like to accessing divine masculine kind of energy, like higher logic, like almost like intuitive and psychic in a way, but like using the brain power to see how your family's been, what the cycles are, how it's manifesting in you, and how you're going to break it. And I think you're going to be doing this through your creativity, through your art. Just pursuing it will be breaking the pattern, because I feel like you come from a family of artistic individuals who never fully pursued it because they were overly logical about it. But I think you're going to use it to your advantage. Yeah. And I think maybe your family's just kind of worried like about being left behind. But like you're always going to think like of like the greater good of all, and that's what makes you a really good parent too. You have this equal value philosophy. Like you're always going to listen to everyone. You're always going to like mediate. You're always going to be willing to like meet in the middle. But what's the creative, artistic aspect of this new journey she's taking? It's definitely being like brave enough to pursue your artistic and creative dreams. It's likely a specific art that's been in your family in one way or another. Studying your family tree logically, will be super helpful. Their stories. Let's see, can we get some more information about that for Olivia? Look, dude, look, connect with your ancestors. Yeah, this is ancestry healing family DNA. Also, ask for your ancestors to send you signs about this, and they will. I feel like there's a little bit of a hesitancy to communicate with you because they don't want to interrupt your path. But there's some ancestors who would love to communicate with you, especially if you ask. Yes, it's awesome. And they want to help you to be more positive and break the cycles of negativity to explore your artistic side. So like, if you have to pull back from your family for a minute, like trust that and connect to your ancestors instead, because they're like in much more of like a high, like positive vibe of like guiding you in the right direction. So it might just be a temporary halt with like connecting with your family and coming back around to them later when you're in more of a solid, less like affectable energy. Not even a word. In a less moldable energy. Get outside, spend time with animals, nature, anything that's naturally in the flow of its life purpose, like Mother Nature and the animals in it. Like they're just so naturally, they know what they need to do. They know what they're designed to do. And that's going to help you to get like in touch with like you and your path and your design. You know what I mean? Yeah. Also, I feel like you're going to feel really creative by just being outdoors more. Like I'm getting more of an outdoors vibe, less of an animal vibe, but like, somewhere around animals, most likely. That's what I'm feeling. So. Yeah, absolutely. Beginning is the hardest part. Yeah, and then for me, on top of beginning, it's having the patience to see it through. And I'm a Sagittarius. Absolutely. No problem. I'm happy to be able to channel the messages for you. You have some great ancestors who like are high vibe that would like help you in the right direction, but they want you to reach out to them first because they don't want to feel like they're doing what I believe your family's doing, kind of trying to like mold you the way they want to mold you or put you on a path in the way that they don't want you to feel that they're doing that same thing. But they would be very helpful. Are you a Sagittarius too? It's so hard to fucking. I keep getting all these messages. No, you're doing great. Just be patient. I'm like, fuck. Sag, Sun, Virgo, Rising, Gemini, Moon. That's rad. I'm a Sag, Sun, Libra, Moon, Libra, Rising. I love it. I've been hanging out with a lot of Gemini placements lately. It's really cool. I love it. We're like very chatty signs. Kayla, yeah, keep journaling. Journal to process. Like that's another message I remember your dragons were saying. Like journal to process. If you need to understand or if you need to like emotionally process, like if you need to figure something out, if you need to emotionally process, like journaling, just use it for all the things right now. It's going to be like very helpful for you. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like really, Kayla, what you're dealing with is toxic masculinity. And as a Scorpio woman, yeah, that happens because Scorpio is a powerful sign. And then a Scorpio woman, that's a powerful woman. So toxic masculinity, I'm sorry, and I understand because I have prominent Scorpio placements and I deal with toxic masculinity as well. And it is highly fucking frustrating. what really gets me about toxic masculinity in my journey, I'll just share a little piece of my journey, is like the audacity of telling me like my body looks a certain way or I look a certain way when they look a certain way. I'm like, oh, you are so lucky that I am trying to get like good about not biting back, because I really just want to be like, you really gonna tell me what I look like when you look like this? Like, uh-uh, uh-uh, uh-uh. Cool. Oh yeah. Okay. So I and then sorry, I appreciate Amelia that you've been patient. Patient. I give full readings. Um. Okay. How does the Sagittarius girl you've been talking to feel for you? Ooh. Well, let's find out. Okay, we're gonna start with the romance angels. I love it. I'm excited for you. I wish I had a date with girl tomorrow. I'm a little jealous. No, I'm happy for you. Okay, Amelia. How does she feel for her? How does the Sagittarius girl feel for Amelia? Well, let's be sure. Let's be sure. How does she feel for her? There's definitely like fresh newness vibes. And then this came out, keep an open mind. So I feel like there's layers to her. I feel like she's going to expose a certain aspect of her personality and you're going to think you have her figured out. And then she's going to like surprise you with a whole new aspect of her personality. And there may be certain parts that you're kind of a little alarmed by, but it's challenging you to keep an open mind with it, to not like be too quick to judge. You know, not saying you're super judgmental or anything, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like she's got a lot of different types of layers, a lot of surprising things about her personality and things she's been through. And it may be a little triggering for you in certain ways, but not too bad. I think that she's coming into your life to kind of like help you expand. I'm also getting like Aquarius energy. I feel like she's an Aquarius, or she's got a prominent Aquarius placement. Um, we are going into Aquarius season as well, but no, I'm getting more from her. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I think she's one of your soulmates, actually. And I don't know if you know this, but we do have multiple soulmates. And sometimes it's like romantic for a time, but then it's over, or it's like a friendship, or it's like family members. She's definitely one of your soulmates, and she's meant to challenge you. And you guys like literally set this up in terms of like meeting in your life to challenge how open is your mind? Like, because I think you think of yourself as an open-minded individual, and I think that you actually are. But I think there's going to be certain things that trigger you and challenge you about her, and it's just going to be like, how are you going to respond to this? But I think it's also like exciting. Like, you never have to worry about her being boring. So this is the first vibe that came through. And also stay optimistic about this, because I do see like a romance blooming as long as you can keep an open mind. So it's kind of, will you meet the challenge and then stay positive about this and keep your heart open to this, your heart and your mind open, because it says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And I feel like it's with her. So I also feel like in terms of you're wondering what she's feeling and thinking about it, I feel like she's feeling really good about it at this point. But based on your responses to her, like exposing certain aspects of herself, which I feel like she's going to be pretty quick to do, by the way, to kind of feel you out, like almost like boom, 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 boom. Okay, how are you gonna handle all those shots? I feel like it's because she's real positive. She's feeling really good about this, and she's feeling like, oh, things can really like be like turn out to be like a romantic like relationship here. But like she's also gonna fill you out to see like, are you gonna accept me in my entirety? Because I feel like she's not gonna like settle for less. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So let's kind of expand on that. I know which deck I want to use. This deck. Hold on. There's a few that like are stuck to the table, so just give me like 1 second. Okay. So how is she feeling? How is she feeling for Amelia right now? Specifically, let's answer that question. I felt like that was an aspect of that answer, but mostly the other information needed to come out too. So, okay. You know, she actually has pretty deep feelings for you already. Like, I'm sensing a newness in terms of like you guys as being pretty new and fresh, but like kisses and okay, so like feeling a lot for you pretty quickly, which makes sense because she's one of your soulmates. Um, and then bottom of the deck, like wanting to talk more, definitely interested, definitely gonna feel you out, like has pretty deep feelings like pretty quickly, but definitely wants to talk more, like we were talking about, you know, like put a lot on the table and see how you handle it all. And it might have to do with like what she's been through as well. Not so much, I think it's a combination of like different aspects of her personality and her values and belief systems, as well as things she's been through to see like how are you going to handle that? Like, what are you going to think about that? But you know, kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Like, I feel like there's feelings. There's definitely feelings there. Pretty quickly, but still wanting to keep things lighthearted to find out if you're going to fully accept her. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like she's dealt with like rejection in the past pretty like a lot. And she's just like, I'm not going to deal with that again. I want something stable this time. She's definitely interested in like a stable romantic relationship. And she's really thinking with you, but she's trying to be lighthearted until things come to light and you find out more about her. And also I'm getting a vibe of like, she's extremely understanding and compassionate and like, and so she's just looking for someone who's like the same way, you know, like and open-minded and all that. Yeah, I feel like with time, like things are naturally going to progress to a romantic level, but she almost kind of is going to want to rush the process a little bit. Especially based on how you handle like the open-mindedness, especially like if she feels like you really are accepting her and you're really open-minded, and like I kind of feel like she's kind of gonna want to rush into things, but like you're being called to kind of like slow it down and be like, hey, I know I really like you too. Like I have really deep feelings for you too, but like, you know, let's give this time because like I'm, you know, here, I'll show you both the cards that came out for your reading. You know, let's give this time with the clock because, you know, I want something stable too. So let's not rush it so we can have something stable with roots, you know? Yeah. We got the date here. Let's get messages from our higher self for you. Yeah, Sagittarius. I'm getting fiery energy for sure. I'm a Sagittarius, but like picking up on her energy, it's fiery too. And it's also unique. Like I bet you she's like a Sagittarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, or she's got like an Aquarius Venus or like an Aquarius North Node. I bet you anything. She's got a prominent Aquarius placement. So, okay, I feel like as a child, she dealt with abandonment issues based on these cards, which is why it's important that she's fully accepted and feels safe. Yeah, abandonment from father, and I feel like it was that her father like didn't fully accept her. Okay, yeah, and that's a huge. I think that's her biggest trigger. The person who was supposed to make her feel safe never did. So you know, it's like she really wants that and she sees that potential with you, but then she's going to want to rush it because she's so excited because she finally found it, I feel like. And then, so you just got to make sure that like you're slowing it down without making her feel rejected. Yeah, I feel like that's your reading, my friend. Let me know what you think, Amelia. And then we'll do Kayla. You guys, I gotta pee real quick and then I'll be right back. So, yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry. I got a little bladder. Hey guys, sorry about that. So the chat, there's nothing new on the chat. I just want to make sure. Amelia, did you get your reading? Because I'm excited for you. I'm so excited to do it. I'm like open to dating now. I'm like, yay, someone else is dating. Love it. It might be too. I guess I'll just hope that Amelia got that. Let me know your feedback, and if you want me to expand, I'd be happy to. And then I'll go on to Kayla. So, yeah, romance. Yeah, girl, I don't mind. I don't mind if things get heavy. I really don't. I did notice there was a lot of different messages coming all at once. I could see how that would be confusing. I don't mind clarifying things. I just have this weird tick about, oh my gosh, it's so funny. I just keep seeing the same number of synchronicities. I'm like, wow, I saw it in the bathroom. I just saw it on a card. I just have this weird thing about like repeating myself and then like other people repeating themselves. And I don't know where it comes from, but like even when I was married, it was like one of the things I would get most mad at my ex-husband about. Like, I heard you, like, you don't have to keep saying it over and over again. So like, I don't know why. I just always had this weird tick about it, but it was all good. Okay. Romance. Let's talk about romance for you, Kayla. My ex-husband was a Scorpio. I've had a lot of Scorpios in my life, and I have a lot of Scorpio placements. I love Scorpio energy. Okay, Kayla's romance. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So we've got the closure card in reverse, and then we've got the Phoenix card upright. So as soon as you find closure with the energy, toxic masculinity, a variety of experiences that is all one energy of toxic masculinity, overbearing masculine energy, and working through that anger the way that you have been via journaling. See, there's a need with this being in reverse, the sword and the rose, digging for the truth. But that's going to be really helpful for you, like as you step into romance. This is also picking out endings bring new beginnings, transformation, liberation. Like, trust that the anger will liberate you. It really will. Processing the anger and letting it go in the end. But a need to be totally brutally honest with yourself about everything that has happened and is continuing to happen, and identifying certain cycles in order to break them. So, closure. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth. You're going through a period of a lot of growth right now, and I know you know that. Energetically speaking, in terms of spirituality, but also processing toxic masculinity and emotionally growing from that and starting a new cycle of like setting boundaries with that energy and not allowing it. And from that growth, you will rise from the ashes. Like once this closure is fully found, for a new phase. So let's dive into that, this new phase. You know, and that was nice. It's kind of a little segue into this reading now. With the rekindle, yeah, I definitely feel like it's a soulmate or someone you've been with before in a past life. I think that did come out for you, didn't it? Because I know we've done a few romance readings for you, but I don't know, I do a lot of readings, so now they get a little cloudy from time to time. Learning from the past is important for you right now, to just not continue to allow the same cycles to repeat themselves, to stop the pattern. So I know, again, it's still a continuation of that last reading, but it's really important. See? Yeah. Okay, so since this just wants to keep repeating itself, let's move on to the romance angels for like what you have to look forward to in romance with like a happy undertone. Let's set that intention. For Kayla. So another thing I think that Spirit wants you to know is that like this career change that you're meant to make within the next few months, or like the trajectory for your career, because didn't you say you were in school? So, you know, that could be like being in school for your career. I remember you are being called to make a change. If you do or you don't, that will affect the timeline for your romance. So another reading of yours is popping into my head. Basically, like based on your decisions you make now for your future in the realm of career, it's going to affect what happens in your love life. And it is a soulmate. I think the only thing that will change is just timing and how, based on the decisions you make around career right now. So let's see. If you were to stick with the current circumstances in your life and the current path you're on in terms of your career, how soon will you be meeting one of your soulmates? If you stay on this path without making changes, how soon will you be meeting one of your soulmate? This soulmate, the one that's coming through. It's kind of saying like, no, like Spirit's really guiding you in a new direction in terms of life path. And trust the people that show up in your life right now and want to help you in a new direction, because that's important for you. Okay. And they're either going to resurface in the near future, or you're going to meet them in the near future. You'll know them by the types of conversations that you have with them, what you're talking about, and if it piques your interests in the realm of like a different path for your life. Okay. And that will affect like the timing and the circumstances in which you meet your soulmate. Let's get some messages from their higher self for you. You know, they're one of your soulmates, but it's a very particular person for you, Kayla. Get some messages from their higher self for you. Okay. They did run away from romance in the past, but it's in reverse. I just showed it to you upright. Like they always have felt like, okay, I'm not sure if I want to open up to people, but with you, they're not going to feel that way. And they're also like kind of trying to figure out their career and their finances and their life path right now. So there's mirroring. You guys are mirroring each other in that way. And I'm hearing, I want to guide you. I want to help you. Like they will be very helpful to you in your life in terms of like your career path as well, which is really nice. That's sweet. It's like a supportive masculine energy that I'm getting here. It's definitely masculine. Like a softer masculine energy. And they want you to know they're going through a personal transformation right now too. And I'm hearing hang in there. So yeah, in terms of their life path, their career, their finances, I'm hearing we're on the same page. Oh, a troll. Okay. Here you are. Report. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna get rid of them. I just noticed that they were there. Let's see. Report. I was gonna remove them. So I reported you, Technical Skylord, and I'm removing. I'm just gonna report you again. Yeah. I'm removing your comments. So if you want to keep going, I'll keep reporting you for different things. So if I were you, I'd stop. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes they just show up, man. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Also, like, they don't know how to type or like use right. I don't know. It's kind of funny. We're gonna remove. Okay, let's get remove. remove. Dude, right, Shayla? Like, come on. Like, they can't even, like, use proper English. Like, if you're gonna type, at least, like, make sense. Like, stupid. Okay. Somebody by Scorpio comes out a lot. Okay, did I delete them all and I reported him? So yeah, I'll keep reporting you if you said more. So just stop talking, technical Skylord. Also, you sound really dumb, so just stop talking. Okay. Sorry, Kayla. Okay. Let's see if we can get any more messages from your soulmate's higher self for you right now. I think they just want you to know, like, we're in this, like, a similar situation, going through personal transformation, reassessing, like, our life path in terms of, like, career. But there's definitely, like, a destined meeting. It's just the timing and the way you meet is going to depend on the decisions you make in terms of, like, career and life path right now. Let's see. What do you have to look forward to? Get a little steamy. Just a little. Get a little steamy for you, my Scorpio friend. What does she have to look forward to? Okay, this one. Wow. Queen of Pentacles. This person's going to make you feel very, like, grounded, very happy in your body, safe, protected, abundant. They're going to, like I was saying, they're Queen of Pentacles. They're going to assist you, like, in terms of, like, if you ever need advice in terms of, like, your career or your finances. And look, like, this guy's worshiping her. Like, they're just going to make you feel like the queen of the castle. And they're definitely, like, rewards for working on yourself. So just keep in mind all this difficult, like, the battle you're facing with toxic masculinity, the battle you're going to win, you know, this is your reward. You get, like, a very, like, divine masculine relationship, you know, type of dynamic where they really, like, worship you and treat you like the queen that you are. As a Scorpio queen, you know? Seven of Wands, very fiery, passionate, creative type. Like, someone who loves your body, but, like, also, like, really respects you and your boundaries and, like, the pace you want to go. Because I'm kind of sensing this for like your reading as, like, him almost being like, well, like, here, no, we can stop, like almost push, like, moving his hands in, like, I just want to hold you, but, like, if you want me to go the other way, like, I'd love to go the other way. You know what I mean? Like, I'd love to remove this dress. Just someone who's very respectful of your boundaries. Seven of Wands is a card of boundaries in the classic tarot. Yeah. I think fire sign energy. I'm thinking, like, prominent fire and earth in their chart because they're, like, good at money and, like, figuring things out and stability and security and groundedness, right? But then there's this element of, like, steamy passion. Yeah. I'm also seeing facial hair on both of these guys. So I'm thinking I'm drawn to that. Like, it's going to be a guy with, like, light facial hair. I'm also hearing you might be surprised how much you like it, like the feel of it. So that's what you have to look forward to in romance. You guys are funny too. I love it. Yeah, and we're not going to be making babies via live chat, bro. Like, what are you even talking about? You guys are awesome. Oh, fucking trolls. Sometimes they're entertaining and sometimes I'm like, shut the fuck up. And sometimes it's both. I smoked you. Cool. I reported him too, and got rid of the comments. Shortened. I know, and then their English otherwise was so bad too. Like, I think that maybe that, like, English wasn't their first language, or that, or they clearly, like, haven't, like, graduated high school or something, or, like, middle school even with that kind of grammar. No, baby, make it for Olivia Shorten. I feel like you were just like, good. That is really entertaining. Good. I'm glad you guys can, like, laugh about. I've learned to laugh about this shit too. Especially like you guys ever notice like you have those days where it's just like one person after the other, like one person here and there, and then it's like and then you're like, all right, motherfuckers, like I'm just gonna like silently laugh at you and just fucking power through this shit because you guys are fucking ridiculous right now. Like what the fuck? One after the other, after the other, after the other. I'm like, finally I get to the point where I'm like, everybody just go fuck away. Go fuck away. Nobody talk to me, headphones. Done. So I think that's it. I'm really curious. I hope Amelia got a reading. But it's okay. You don't have to answer. I just hope you did. I think I covered everybody, which is good. You guys want to talk about anything else? We don't have to do readings. We can just chit chat. Or maybe I should go. I did get a card about how I need to take better care of myself and stop overgiving. I'm so bad about overgiving. But I really do love this work so much. Let the trolls roll. That's good. I haven't heard that one before. Let the trolls roll. No, I can do another reading, Shayla. Yeah, I feel like I got like one or two more in me. Yeah. And then Spirit's like, go take a bath. Go massage yourself. I literally got a card like, let me show you the card I got. This one's on the bottom. I love this deck, this angel deck. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. And then I got, what was the other one that was like, caution, you are overgiving. I don't know where it went, but there's another one that I got with that. And I was like, yeah, I know. Or it says, you're spending too much time taking care of others. You need to give to yourself. And I was like, yeah. No. I've got one or two more in me. I think one. We'll just say one. Shayla, you'll be the last one. Let's play it safe. No. No, girlfriend, you go for it. You go for it. I'm totally cool with that. No, but then Shayla will be the last one. But I think I'm kind of feeling like Shayla's going to be the last one anyway, so it just works out nicely. I'd be happy to do a reading for you. I'm probably going to stay up late anyway. Whenever my kid's not here, I usually stay up till like 2. So I'm good. I'm glad you came back. Mm-hmm. Okay. Career finances. Yeah, I feel like we've all been fluctuating a lot because we're all changing a lot. And really, like the resonance, the Schumann resonance, the energy field of the planet is changing and fluctuating, which inevitably affects all of us. So don't be too hard on yourself. Also, we've been going through some like really heavy astrological transits, which one of the astrologers I follow, she said that like around the 20th of this month, which is big presidential day in America, that's actually like when the difficult astrology for the beginning of the year will be like finally starting to wane. And she's even said, her name's Marin Altman, by the way. If you guys don't follow her, you should, because she's really cute too. She posts like really cute videos with like cute music, and like she's really cute. And she's a very gifted astrologer. She was saying that she even thinks that like the beginning of this year up until about the 20th is going to be like the most difficult time of this year. So I just want to throw that out there for like all of us to keep in mind, because I always keep that stuff in mind. Okay, so let's start with career and finances for you, Shayla. Cool. Oh, perfect. That came out quick. I feel like you want to be more in control of your time and your energy. Like you want to have more of like authority over like, this is my time, this is how I want to spend it, like more making your own schedule is what I'm feeling. And I feel like you want to go into the realm of promotion, like either brand promotion or, I mean, I'm getting kind of like party celebratory type of vibes. Nightlife industry, events, restaurant industry. I don't know. I just feel like a very friendly and like dependable based on like the date and the paycheck, you know, like every 2 weeks, that I feel like you'd be willing to do it if it meant you had more control over your time and your energy. I think there's an element of self-promotion to this. And the bottom, what I'm getting is if you make your work an offering like of yourself, of your unique talents, like as like a social person, if it's in promotion, or this could even be like media, social media, brand ambassador, like something along those lines, like something social where you're seen and like, let me just, everything you've been going through is a blessing in disguise because it's allowing you to redesign your career. If you make what you do an offering of what you truly uniquely give, like you know that this is who you are and what you have to contribute to society as a social individual, okay? Like this offering you make will always be rewarded with finances. The universe will meet all your needs is on here because it's literally you're making yourself an offering like you would on an altar. Call on your spirit guides and angels more often to help you through this time of transition, and follow your guts to have more control of your life and do something a little more in the realm of social. Now, I kind of want to expand on social what? Promoter what? Like, okay, caution. If you are to choose this path, because this just slipped out, if you are to choose this path, know that you'll be taken care of. Like you will receive the money that you need when you need it. It won't be as, you know, like dependable, like we were saying, like based on dates and paychecks as much as I believe you're used to. But like, I think you'll occasionally be getting like big sums of money, and just be careful you don't overspend, because sometimes I'm getting a vibe of like, you know, since it's going to be kind of like, you're not sure when it's coming, like you might get a little overexcited and be like, oh my gosh, like I want to go buy this, but just be careful. Like, cause I think the large sums of money that you get like here and there are meant to kind of like be saved and kind of like rationed to keep what you're doing going. Yeah, because if you overspend, then I think that there will be too much loss for you to keep going in such like an unsure new field. I feel like it's a new field, and I kind of want to dive more into what it is, because you're being like given a green light, go. Just be careful you don't overspend, because there's an element of needing to like save the money, because it's not going to be as like frequent and dependable as what you're used to. There's definitely an element of being social, of being seen, of self-promotion, image, beauty. Oh, okay, these flipped. Okay. Oh, I feel like you experience unexpected job loss or unexpected, here, I'll show you. Sorry, one of my crystals just flew. Unexpected, like financial, just a setback. But it's allowed you to get more in touch with your heart space because, okay, here, let me show you. Let me get all of them out. Okay, let's see what the bottom is. Yeah, you're manifesting something new. Trust in that. Just it's going to require more saving and less spending, because it's going to be very fulfilling. It's in the realm of life purpose. Know that you'll be comfortable though. It's not like you have to give up all your extras. Okay. That's what it's really important for spirit. Oh my gosh. I just saw the numbers again. I'm sorry. I keep seeing the same numbers for me. They're like literally everywhere right now, but that also means we're in the flow. This may apply for you too. I keep seeing a fuckload of threes. So if you see a lot of threes, that does mean you're in the flow. But no, you'll be comfortable if you are to choose this path, okay? Because though you're not exactly rich, you'll be living comfortably. You can have nice things. Just try not to get too excited and overspend if you get like one big large sum of money or someone leaves you like a big tip or like, you know what I mean? You sign a contract and it's like a lot of money up front or something. But we're trying to figure out like what it is. And then I'm going to read the chat and see what you have to say. So manifesting was on the bottom. And then as I was moving my leg, look, this is a very like blessed venture. And you're just going to find like, you just meet all the right people at the right time. I feel like the element of social is also like people noticing you and wanting to be around you and wanting to help you. But unexpected here, coupled with emotions, you had some kind of, I think it's a job loss. I think you experienced some type of job loss, which caused you to really like reassess like, what is emotionally fulfilling for me though, in terms of like how I want to pursue my career. Being your own boss is really important to you. It has something to do with media. I knew it. Yeah. And if you were to pursue this, yeah, even though you may not be exactly rich, you'll be comfortable. I want to see what you have to say about this. I know, isn't Marin? I know she shows up on my page like all the time, every day. And I'm like, I love this. I love it. And I'm vegan too. So like she really encouraged me because I pigged the fuck out for the holidays. I was like, okay, now I need to get back into like eating like more raw vegan stuff. Like she's rad just on so many levels. Yeah, Shayla, you're definitely meant to like push yourself out of your introversion in terms of a new career. Because promoter and media came out. And you have a likability, and also people find you very physically attractive on top of that. And you're meant to use that to your advantage, but in a very fulfilling way, like not a superficial way. We'll dive a little bit deeper too. Like I'm happy to expand. Okay. Did you experience any type of job loss or financial loss that kind of had you questioning like what's my life purpose in terms of my career and what would be more emotionally fulfilling for me? Was that part true? Like, are you already kind of thinking about a career change? Let's see, can we get some more? We got unfulfilled here. Ask for help and be a boss is peeking out again. Comfort's peeking out again. I mean, I'm just getting the same messages of like likability, being social, people wanting to help you. Pursuing something new in your life would be comfortable, but it would force you to save more. You would be more in charge of your schedule with the possibility of being your own boss. It has to do with media and promotion, all those things that I was channeling. And what you've done thus far has left you feeling unfulfilled, out of your life purpose, like not happy in terms of your heart space. Let's just see if anything else comes through, and then I'll see what you said. That's a lot. Okay, I mean, this is the same card 3 times for you now. Leveling up, being your own boss. Okay, we've got student and growing up. So you're either an actual student right now, or it's like in the student, you know, being a student of life, you are maturing into the person you're becoming, which is going to be very different than what you're used to. There is something better than what you've been doing, and possibly something better than what you've been studying as you're growing into yourself. Okay. I feel like if you've made an investment recently, because you're asking if you're on the right path, stay on that path, like continue with that investment. If it's your time, your money, your energy, see it through. And if it's school, see it through. You just may find that you may want something different in the end. We've got go connect with nature whenever you feel like you just need like peace. You know what I mean? Like if you're feeling like mentally overwhelmed, because you're definitely in like, there's a lot of mental energy here, a lot of probably like a lot of anxiety. Just go out in nature. Also, I really like this. The universe is working with you. Believe in its subtle magnetism to guide you. Spend time with nature to be healed, soothed, and regroup. What you've done up until now was not a mistake. It was part of your life path. It's just, it's time to like grow into like the next version of you, level up and be more of a boss. I think maybe you're more of an ambivert. I don't know if you've ever heard of the term ambivert. It's where like you're sometimes introverted, but then you're sometimes extroverted, and you may not quite fully know this about yourself because you're like growing into that version of yourself. But I think that what I'm picking up on, at least from your energy, is that sometimes you like to be introverted, but a lot of your life purpose has to do with you being much more extroverted and finding a balance between the two. And I think that's coming for a lot from like this growing up energy here. It's time to step up into your own power. Yeah. I don't like the way they worded that, but I mean, you know, it's just a matter of like maturity, of growing up. It's time to step up into your power and stop engaging in childish qualities. I don't like the way that was worded, but you know, like the way I was saying is more so the vibe I'm picking up on for you. I think there's something unfolding for you. Work with an open mind. Also pay attention to like the people that you meet that show up in your reality that either get you like really inspired or like have new opportunities for you, because there is some kind of change. I kind of want to see what you have to say now. You don't know what you want to do. You're an artist, you do photorealism, oil portraits. You went to school for esthetician, but you feel like you don't really want to do that. Okay, so the school message that came through was see it through. This investment is paying off. And go re-listen to the reading because you'll see the cards again. But here I think they'll probably still be right here on top. This investment as a student, see it through. Like be persistent with it. But also know that like there's something better than like maybe you can incorporate that into it, like maybe like your skincare routine later and help like those you love with it, and you'll be so glad that you saw it through, but it may not end up being your career. Do you see how that? And then anytime that you're feeling overwhelmed, go out in nature. Trust that you're being guided right now. And don't see it as a mistake. Don't see these different experiences like, well, school in particular, or anything you've done up to this point as a mistake. It's all going to make sense in the end is what I'm feeling. And you're growing, you're learning, you're changing. But this next level that you're evolving into, since, you know, you feel like you're, you know, what's next? You don't know what to do. You're being guided to make your own schedule, be in control of that schedule, and level up into more of a boss. Consider promotion and media. So I would say that would be in the realm of like putting your art out there and promoting for yourself on social media, possibly Etsy, because you got the promoter and the media card. Again, go listen to the reading again, because I'll leave this public. Sometimes, you know, it takes a few times of listening to a reading and then you go back and you're like, oh yeah. Definitely promote yourself on social media. Push yourself out of your comfort zone with that a little bit. Because it's meant to be part of what you're doing right now. I gotta let me plug my computer in and I'll come back. Fucking A, did I forget my fucking computer charger? Fuck. Let me go grab it. I think I have just enough time. Just give me a minute. I apologize. I forgot one of the things I needed the most, huh? Okay, real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to go downstairs to get the charger. Let me just plug it in real quick. Okay, good. So definitely go back and listen to that again, but let's kind of refresh, like start over, if you will. I do this sometimes with my own readings. Like, okay, let's say that, but let's say it again. Okay. Destiny is at play here. But okay, so you're stepping into your destiny and life purpose. Trust in the signs. Trust that you're being guided, and trust in the people that you meet. If you know, like you feel like they've got a message for you, they've got an offer for you, like anything that feels kind of like, oh, I should really pay attention here, or maybe I should act on that. Like anything that makes you feel inspired. Okay, keep in mind you are being guided. Destiny is at play. Like everything is moving in the right direction, even if it doesn't feel that way. Okay, first message. I feel like a lot of the synchronicities and signs you're going to be getting are through conversations. Numbers came through just as a message for me with the 3s, but I was also throwing it out there because it kept coming up like maybe it is for you too. And you said it was. So you do. You also receive synchronicities through numbers. So numbers and people, conversations, inspirational opportunities, things they say, things that pique your interest, you want to research. Okay. It's all happening. Like you really don't even have to worry too much about it. It's more about paying attention to the signs, looking for the signs, acting on the signs. I think key is acting on the signs that you're seeing, looking things up and knowing what to do next. So this prudence card came out for like don't overspend in the other reading that I did for you. Just be careful, like in this time of transition in your life, that you know, you're prudent. You kind of just watch your spending a little bit. But I was channeling that there will be like sums of money that you get and like not consistent. So you will be a little tempted to kind of spend a little more than you should. And there was a few cards to support that. I think there was one like caution with like the money that was on fire. Just be careful that you don't do that, because then the loss card was there too. That could cause too much loss in terms of like this new career path that you're being guided towards. Says, and I was talking about how like it's teaching you this new path that you're being guided towards. It's more of you making your own schedule, you being your own boss. You know, it's about saving. It says put something aside for a rainy day. It's teaching you how to save. And everything you've been going through now and in the near future is just teaching you how to save more. Okay, so this is the first two here. The bottom of the deck being independent. Further supporting all the cards saying like being a boss, being your own boss, making your own schedule. It's like the universe is gifting you the opportunity for independence in terms of your career. And it is in the realm of media and promotion, which would make sense with your artistry. I do kind of see how everything you've dabbled in, you did mention being an esthetician as well as fine art. I feel like possibly even other things you've dabbled in, there's going to be some way that it all comes together in the end and it all makes sense why you did all of that. So don't be like, oh, I made a mistake pursuing that, or because the mistakes card came out. Don't be like that with yourself. Don't be hard on yourself because it's all part of the path. Like the destiny card. Destiny is at play here. So what is this career? We had the media card. We had the promoter card. Outlook. You're improving your relationship with money right now by focusing more on like prudence, saving. Yeah, changing your behavior and developing better money habits. That's what the difficulty that you've been experiencing in terms of your finances is trying to teach you. It's trying to show you the way to do so. You know, through difficulty, but we've got gift here. See, I kind of sense that like you're going to meet people along the way who like leave you a tip or like, you know, give you a big commission or leave you a little extra and you're going to be tempted to like spend it since the money isn't like consistent. And if it's not something that you've been used to before, it's what most people are used to. You know, it's kind of the design of society and expectations of society. So like, you know, receiving like a bunch of money at once, like we get a little overexcited. And that was just kind of the vibe I was getting. So just don't. Make sure that you learn how to save these gifts. So what is she supposed to do right now? Okay. So with the be a sport in reverse, you're learning how to work well with others right now. Not saying that you don't work well with others, just saying that like a lot of the like leg ups helps, a lot of the help that you're going to receive in terms of like your next opportunity or receiving a gift from somebody, opening doors. I'm hearing opening doors. It's going to come from like being a team player and like working well with others, communicating well, effectively. And with this being in reverse, it's like something that you're learning right now. So I have a feeling you probably have some difficult interpersonal dynamics, but those are opportunities for you to learn more about like how to be a team player. So as this is the bottom of the deck energy. It says you're being asked to have more fun or focus on being a team player. I feel like it's both. Like find more ways to have fun. And if you can do it outdoors, even better. Because Gaia came through in your reading as like Earth is very healing for you right now. It says you could be great at any sports career or in the field of health and fitness. And I know that, you know, I was channeling beauty earlier and you did say esthetician. You know, you could dabble in a few different things, but make sure whatever you choose is coming from an inspired place and a place that you were kind of led to by the signs and synchronicities, you know, like feeling like you're in the flow, not like you're going against the flow of what you know that like you feel inspired to do. Improve your finances by considering working as a team or doing collaborations. This is going to come up for you a lot in this new chapter, okay? And that's why like you're learning a lot from interpersonal communications right now, which I feel like are difficult, but learning opportunities. So we've got loss again here. We've got loss again here. So I mean, if you haven't experienced a job loss or financial loss, there's been some kind of loss in your life, but I mean, I'm really just flabbergasted if you haven't experienced any kind of financial loss, because I'm really feeling that. So you've got a power animal that you can tap into right now. So we should find out what that is for guidance. Someone may enter your life and help you. Like I was saying, that's why you're like, I feel like you're being triggered in terms of like interpersonal communication right now. Anyone you're having to communicate with, you're being triggered in order to heal. So you work even better with others because that's going to come up a lot for you. This science card has come out twice. So I feel like you're going to find some way to combine art and beauty. Some way, I don't think it's going to be like painting or esthetician. I think it's going to be something that's visual with like some kind of a health undertone now. Because we've got the health, remember I was saying health and fitness? Health and fitness, and then we've got like creating formulas here. I'm kind of feeling like it's going to have some kind of like a health and beauty with a visual. Like you might even end up wanting to create your own bath and beauty products and designing the labels, maybe even hand painting them. I mean, I feel like an Etsy store like that. Let's get a little deeper. It's something that combines your love of visuals and creating things with your hands and colors and imagery with your love of beauty. And it's through media and self-promotion. You're going to find a lot of help through others. And we've got loss and rescuer. So these are just coming out again. And trust. You're also having to learn like the process of like trust and letting go of the reins to allow the universe to guide you, which I know is difficult, but it's a spiritual lesson. So I think she kind of just wants to know, like in general, like what should she be doing in terms of her career right now? What area should she be focusing on? Okay, if we could get like just a clear answer for her. And then I'm going to use life purpose too. So this and life purpose to help her get like a clear answer. Investment. Here's the investment card again. And I think this is in the realm of like finishing out school, the investment of your time, seeing it through. But then risk is on the bottom. Can we clarify that message? Designer. Definitely another visual element. But I think you're meant to design like your own beauty line. Like bath and beauty products. And handle the visuals and promote for yourself on social media. I mean, I keep hearing and feeling like it's Etsy, like for sure, at least one platform. And spirituality. You're being guided to discover your own unique spiritual path at this time. I think this is just further pointing out like the difficult lessons that you're going through right now. They're actually setting you up for success with being your own boss and doing something more creative. The designer, it says you're being called to tune into your own individuality and express yourself. A career in fashion, art, or any artistic endeavor could be just for you. You're definitely meant to pursue your art through media and promote yourself and promote the media. Let's see. Because we've got designer. We've got an element of kind of like scientific, you know, like making things, you know, like the tubes with the, you know what I mean, right? Like creating solutions, like, I don't know the right scientific term here. Like creating a bath and beauty product would be scientific in nature. And then we had health and beauty come through. We had promoter come through, as in like self-promotion, but also being seen and being social. And the element the difficult communication you've been experiencing lately is actually triggering you to teach you. There's an element of like letting go of the reins when you don't know what's going to happen next and wait for a clear sign, whether it's through a person or through like repetitive numbers, and then following those signs. I'm going to the life purpose. The heart's desires is here, and we had the heart card come out for you earlier, like only doing something that's inspirational, coming from your heart space. Developing more of your spiritual practice by doing yoga, even just a little bit will help. Even better if you do yoga out in nature, you know, combine all of these things we've been talking about. Your life will be like significantly enhanced by it. Yeah, I just feel like you're going to feel a lot more free in general if you follow your inspirations, your artistic inspirations. And it says you're an earth angel. That's awesome. And this is another message of getting outside. I think working with the natural elements, creating your own like face line, since you were studying to be an esthetician, this is the vibe I'm getting from your reading. Using like the natural elements, whether it's like alone or mixed with, you know, chemicals, whatever you feel inspired to do, man-made, I should say, man-made and nature-made, but definitely a nature element to, you know, we had the fashion and beauty and designer element that came through, okay? And then we had the scientific element came through, which makes sense. You would be making your own facial products. You like visual art. So like as a painter, it would make sense. Like you would design your labels. You would design like the way your shop looks online. And then you got the promoter card. So you would be promoting your own shop. Then you had the boss card. You'd be your own boss. We had a card about you making your own schedule, and the boss card came out multiple times. The independent card came out. So yeah, just start doing this. That's where you should start. If you haven't already considered like making your own like facial, like cleansers, toners, etc., like start thinking about it. Like, would you want to do it? Like, how would you do it? Like, kind of get creative with it. Because I think it would perfectly blend everything that you mentioned thus far. And it's the vibe that I was picking up on. So I'm going to see what you have to say. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I was getting more ambivert energy. For sure. Okay. So let's just find out. Should you finish? Should you finish and like finish the esthetician program, or has what you learned thus far been enough to like carry you along in this next chapter of your life? Should you spend the $400 to finish and get your license? Honestly, I'm thinking it's a yes, but let's just see. Should she finish? Situation will improve. I think Spirit wants you to know that, like, we acknowledge that everything you've been dealing with lately has been a lot. It's felt like overload, and things are going to get better. It's not going to get worse than this. No, don't actually. All right, I'm just going to take it. No, you don't need to spend the $400. What you've learned thus far is enough. And in the near future, you're going to find a new opportunity that you want to jump on. Now, what is this? That's good. We got a clear answer. Yeah, don't spend the $400. But what you've learned so far through that program has been helpful, and don't consider it a mistake because of the mistake card that came out. Okay, so what's the opportunity in the near future? An opportunity to put your skills into action with the mechanic. That's what I'm getting. Something destined. Someone who's going to help you. Look, these cards are coming out for you again. Oh my gosh. I think all the same cards are coming out for you again. Someone who's going to help you. You've been feeling like a loss. And if it's not financial, it's like you've just been feeling like just a loss of energy. Like you've lost a lot. You've been going through a lot of like loss. Someone's going to come along and help you, which came out for you earlier. Like definitely come back and listen to this reading again. You haven't been feeling stable. Okay. But there's a need for patience because you haven't been being patient with this process. Things are unfolding. Um, don't do something too stable and safe because of like being impatient and you think that you need stability. If you get like an offer for an office job that you just know isn't going to inspire you, don't take it. But if someone approaches you with some kind of media project or idea, it says step into the spotlight and get seen. See, this is why I was like picking up on this. It might be time to get more publicity if you want to increase your finances. Don't take whatever office job comes into like opportunity. Like you're being nudged, don't take it. Don't take even if it's not an office job. I think it is though. Don't just take it because you need things to stabilize and you're sick of being patient. Don't do that. The opportunity has something to do with media, the good ones. So what is this opportunity in the near future? Media came out for you before. I keep that in mind. I think in the near future, someone's going to offer you an office job. But then there's another opportunity here with media. I think that there's going to be some kind of opportunity. Like someone's going to reach out to you via, this is a little off topic, but not really, because you do need like a refresh in terms of your energy. You need to get back in touch with like heart space and like intuition and inspiration to continue like in an artistic way in terms of what you do next. I think someone's going to reach out to you via social media and like either like be like, let's go on this little trip, or like you want to go to this like party, or like they're going to give you some kind of like invitation to go do something social. And you're going to be like, I don't know if I should do it. You should really do it, dude. You should say no to the office job in the near future and say yes to whoever reaches out to you via social media with some kind of fun opportunity, even though the introvert in you is probably going to, or, you know, I feel like you're very practically inclined in a certain way with all the science cards and the other ones that came out for you. Don't be like too practical about it. I think you should do this to reinvigorate your energy. And I think you're going to meet people there and have some kind of opportunities based on the people that you meet. Now let's just see. Is that a yes? Because I think that's pretty clear guidance. If so, is that the case? You're ready. Don't stop. Don't stop yourself because like you're more ready to you realize, whether it's just online or like around people. Oh my. In the near future. Yeah. It's like whatever the loss is that you've been experiencing, you're still in recovery from it, okay? And you're also learning a lot of like personal spiritual lessons. There is value to this situation that you're in, even though it's hard to see. But in the near future, you're going to be meeting helpful people. It's also based on your decisions. Are you going to choose the safe route, or are you going to choose the inspired route that pushes you out of your comfort zone? And then within the next few months, I feel like if you continue to follow your inspirations and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone in these ways, your life is going to start looking like very different and a lot happier. You won't be feeling so like stagnant and lost and anxious. You know what I mean? Like it'll just feel like good and happy and inspired. Within the next few months, you'll notice like a flow with that too, a big change. But it's going to require like you choosing that. You know, like safe or inspired, always choose inspired. No, you shouldn't. I'm not saying you should get a job in the field. I'm saying that what you learned is going to be valuable for what you do. I think you're meant to like work for yourself and have your own shop online. And you're going to be meeting people in the near future, especially if you go on this trip or go to this party that you're going to be invited to in the near future. And you say no to this office job, whatever it is that presents itself. You choose the inspiration. You choose going out of your comfort zone. You're going to meet people there who are going to help you with like starting your own shop and figuring out like what you want to do. Because I feel like they're going to be like artistic and creative. The more you choose your inspirations and what inspires you, the more you're going to continue to do it and go down that path, and things are going to just slowly but surely get better. But it is going to require more patience on your part. So the graduation is good enough. You don't need to pay to get the license. And that was that answer that came out. Oh. You know, honestly, like you saying van life on social media, that could very much be a part of it. There is an element of artistic, um, you know, there was promoter that came out, media, design, you know, and I was getting social media. I was definitely feeling Etsy, self-promotion. There were so many cards about you working for yourself and designing your own schedule. Um, See, a really, really big part of your reading is the people in your life are really going to affect what you do and like give you opportunities and make you feel inspired and spark new ideas within you. So keep that in mind. Um, okay, sorry, hold on. Is this a troll? These people are so confused. What is happening? Okay. Okay, that guy said hello, good night. So that's nice. Tell me about yourself. Is it what? What will happen? No, first show of the sexual magic. You know what, guys? I'm sorry. From now on, when I do lives, I'm not gonna post that in the title because people are just getting the wrong idea. I'll separate them. And if you want me to remove or report anyone, just let me know. You guys, the sexual magic tarot cards were at the beginning. We're past that. We're not here. Okay, so just I don't see why you couldn't do yoga outside in the snow personally, but I mean, it's up to, especially in a, well, a snowsuit would probably be inhibiting. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just catching up here. Okay. We're just catching up on all the different people in the chat. Okay. So, Shayla, although you can't see yourself particularly doing something like that, the main thing is you need to leave yourself open to artistic possibilities right now and trust that everything you've learned and experienced thus far is all going to tie together somehow. And mostly don't try to make things happen. More so allow inspiration to come to you. Allow a conversation to happen. Allow an invite to come. And trust that the difficulties that you're experiencing in your life in terms of like difficulties with others, difficulties in terms of finances, having to wait, the uncertainty of it all, it's actually strengthening you. All of it is strengthening you like as a person. You're definitely meant to work for yourself, be artistic, promote yourself, be on media. But like trust the process as it's unfolding too. Like you don't need to know all the answers right now, but I did give you a pretty clear outline of like a bunch of different things that you can be doing right now in your life. Like now in terms of like your next steps. Good night, Olivia, if you're still here. Okay, yeah. Okay, now he's being rude. Okay, we're gonna report. Just being like annoying, like unwanted, like this Prajwal. Like, okay, we're gonna report eval. Yeah, unwanted. I'm gonna separate my sexual magic pick a card videos from my live videos from now on because I'm seeing this as problematic. Guys sinking with their little weens. Okay. Okay, so you lost your laptop charger last month and you were going to set up your exam online to get licensed. So I asked the cards, and it's okay if you missed it. It said that it's not necessary for you to pay $400 to get your license. that what you've learned so far is enough. And it will tie into what you do. Like, even if it's just an element of what you're doing, I think that it's going to be something like artistic and beauty inclined, which would make sense, as a painter and an esthetician, having both of those inklings. But I do kind of feel like I'm starting to kind of repeat myself. Did it magically disappear because you weren't supposed to set up the... honestly, your charger could have disappeared for a reason. And I did ask the cards if you missed it, and they said, no, you don't need to pay the $400 to finish and get your license. You've learned enough. And it will make sense. Yeah, no, it could be. It very well could be. Do you want me to ask? Make sure you guys come back and listen to your readings too, especially since they're kind of like, longer and a lot of information. Because then, like, if you listen to them a few times, then you'll hear more each time. So make sure you guys come back and listen to this. I'll leave it public. Was that a sign from the universe? The fact she couldn't find her charger? Those things really usually are. Well, it says no. No did flip out. But you are supposed to wait. Like, not get licensed now. Maybe in the future, but definitely not right now. Because there's something better. That came out for you earlier. Yeah, basically, soon you're going to be offered an office job. Don't take it. Don't take the easy way out. Okay, just because things are uncertain and you're getting impatient. Don't do that. Also soon, within this, about probably the next few weeks is what I'm feeling. You're going to get an offer from someone to like travel and go to a party, or because it was like celebrate and something else that gave me travel vibes. So something along those lines, something fun, something social. It might trigger your social anxiety, but do it anyway, because the people you meet there, they're either going to get you super inspired to start doing what you need to be doing, or they're going to have some great opportunity for you. You're definitely going to be making some like networking connections in terms of like art. But a lot of your path right now is really just trusting in the process and following the signs. I know somebody's like, no. Actually, I was thinking yes. But yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. So that's really important in terms of your next moves. Also trusting that the difficulties right now are strengthening you. And you're also learning the art of patience. Next moves, next steps for her in terms of like career and money. Like right now, things she can be doing. I'm hearing you need to have less of a right now mentality in general, but here's still some answers. So yeah, you haven't been feeling very motivated and like you even want to like get up and do stuff. Try and push past that and try doing some light yoga. You don't have to go outside. Do it inside. Yeah. Yeah. All the same cards came out for you again. So, but this is in terms of what you can do right now. So focus on more time for yourself by yourself, keeping your energy as independent as possible, and start thinking about your goals for the future from an inspired place. Also, keep focusing on like, how can I work better with others? How can I think of the highest good of all? It's going to benefit you in the long run. This lesson you're learning in terms of just your life, like right now, is going to be hugely beneficial. Yeah, I think also you're learning how to have control over your emotions right now in terms of how you deal with others, which is going to be like a huge life skill for this new path you're going to be taking in terms of your career. Because other people are a huge part of it. So I'm getting that with the control and the water element representing emotions. But see, we got promoter again. If there's a new idea or project manifesting, know it has great potential for success. I think maybe you're going to meet somebody at this party or on this trip or through other people. The invite that actually like makes you excited but nervous if you go. Some kind of collab. Even if it's just like you guys like make art, like you make a painting together or something, and then you're like, oh, like maybe I should have a shop, or you know what I mean? Like, because this is in terms of what you should do next. So I know that's important to you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If there's a new idea or project manifesting, know it has great potential for success, but let things come to you. Really work on the patience and trying not to respond to people from a place of like frustration and anger, being more of a team player. Can be difficult, but it's meant to strengthen you. And then what's the bottom of the deck in terms of what you can do right now? Just move your body more. Move your body more. You need to move more. It's too easy to be inert and, you know, kind of be like sad and tired based on everything you've gone through. I'm not saying that like but for you to like get more inspired and creative again, you got to start moving your body, even just some light yoga. Hi, Sai. So readings are $10, and this is actually the last one for the night, but I'll be back next weekend. Yeah. So since that's how you've been feeling, try to push yourself to do the opposite because the universe is kind of trying to nudge you in the direction of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone in terms of dealing with others, in terms of moving your body when you don't, dealing with others when you don't want to, you know, being nice when you don't want to, moving your body when you don't want to, accepting an invite and actually going when you don't want to, like in order to push yourself in the right direction. Since you're unhappy with where you are and feeling unfulfilled because the unfulfilled card was there for you. Yeah. And then you'll notice a change at that too. So that's like what you can do now. But you do have to trust like in the process as it's unfolding too. You know what I mean? Like you can't rush the process. Yeah. Do you feel like you want to expand on anything or you need clarification on anything? And again, please come back and listen to the reading like at least a few times because I think you'll probably be like, oh. Yeah, no, definitely. And you'll see how like the messages all like they kept coming out over and over again. And then sometimes it takes a minute when you dive into the reading to kind of like navigate it, but no, it felt pretty solid though overall. For sure. Good. Well, you listen to it a few times. It should make sense. You can always email me or DM me on Instagram. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I gave you clear steps about what you should do now, the signs to look out for next, what not to do next. But if you feel like you listen again and you still need something clarified, like with fresh ears and fresh eyes, just email me or DM me, and then I'll clarify it for you, okay? And I think I'm going to go, y'all. Cool. Bye. I love you. All of you. Thank you for being here.